right, folks. We're just 2 minutes away from the show we've all been waiting for, The Lion's Den. You know it's about to be crazy, interesting, and downright hilarious tonight. If you've been here before, you already know why this is one of the few shows that keeps you glued to the screen the entire time. The host, fearless. What can I say? The man's a legend. Handsome, well-built, and an intellectual powerhouse. Quick-witted doesn't even begin to describe him. This guy handles every topic like a pro and never misses a beat. And you can't forget Keenal from Black Man Travels. Deep thinker, always dropping knowledge, bringing those big conversations that really make you sit back and reflect. He's all about opening up your mind to new perspectives. Oh, and when Ronan steps in, it's a whole different vibe. The man brings balance, discipline, and humor all wrapped into one. He's the kind of guy that can crack you up 1 second and drop wisdom the next. This is grown folks talk. No nonsense, no drama. Just real, respectful conversations. They get into the deep stuff, but they always respect everyone's viewpoint. You can trust the Lion's Den to bring real, unfiltered, adult conversations with that perfect mix of intellect and fun. You've got your popcorn ready, right? Because in just about a minute, this place is gonna light up. Get comfortable, hit that subscribe button if you haven't, and make sure you're locked in. Let's go. The Lion's Den is about to start.
All right, it's almost time. I've been waiting for this all week. Is it just me, or does time slow down when you're waiting for the Lion's Den to start?
Come on, let's go. I got things to say tonight. I'm ready to hop on the panel. You better have subscribed already. If you haven't hit that subscribe button and smash the like by now, what are you waiting for? You gotta support the Den, people.
Hit that notification bell too, unless you want to miss out and hear about it later.
This is the show you don't want to miss. Every week I'm here waiting. The energy, the conversations, is about to get real.
Tick tock, I swear this is the longest minute of my life.
Tick tock, tick tock. The panel tonight's gonna be fire. I can feel it. Who's joining tonight? Let's go. Hit that subscribe button already.
Yo, grab your popcorn, grab your drink. It's about to go down. You're not ready for what's coming. I got my snacks, my drink,
And I'm locked in.
Let's get this show started.
All right. Quiet down. The show's about to start. Everyone ready?
Silence. The Lion's Den is about to begin. Let's go.
Mama's so stupid, she thought seaweed was something that fish smoke. Your mama's so ugly, Hello Kitty said goodbye. Your mama's so ugly, when she came out of the haunted house, she had an application. Damn. Your mama's so stupid, she thinks a quarterback is a refund. That's a good one.
So stupid. She stared at orange juice for 24 hours because it says concentrate on it.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
It's so stupid. It's just so stupid.
Well, y'all know what tonight is. Y'all can sing that. No.
Oh,
So
my
this is
boy's
a-
already
no,
flexing
no.
over there. Got gloves on and everything. He taking uppercuts. He's throwing right crosses.
So you guys always get cut off, blocked out, shut around, all of that stuff. Tonight, none of that. Nobody gets blocked. Y'all get to bring it. You want the smoke? Y'all been trolling us? Come on now, bring it. We letting y'all troll as much as y'all want to. Y'all don't have to be shy. Y'all want to bring all that smoke? Let us know about everything. I mean, good. Y'all can talk about my bald head. You can talk about Ronan and his
hairline.
and you can talk about the Haitian massacre machete man all you want.
Hey, by the way, Ozzy, the Z lady is right there. That little female that you see in the corner over there in the background, that's actually the Z lady. That one right there. Yeah, that's her.
That little one
and
right
her
there.
sidekick is the big one. That's Chris. Okay.
We didn't have a picture of my picture looks blurry. I bet it does. I didn't clean it. We didn't have a picture of you, Paul, so we couldn't put you on there. American Talk Live. We tried, but brother, that troll got blew up holding that daggone
that picture was so ancient of you, I couldn't recover it, bro. I just couldn't recover it.
And it was holding the bomb so long, it just blew the troll up.
Yeah.
So
I couldn't keep the grenade in his hand long enough.
Clean this camera off. So we letting y'all bring all the heat y'all want. You know, all
You know,
week.
whether it's with us, whether it's with other people, that's fine. This is just be respectful enough that you don't bring nobody's family into it. Other than that, go at it. You know, but a lot of people sit in the chats all night long, want to troll. We're gonna give y'all a night, and y'all control live in full effect. And hey, let's see who you can get to react. But I already know my boy down there at the bottom already quiet enough that he ain't trying to say nothing right there. What's up with you, Kanal? How you feeling tonight?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. I've been waiting for this all week, man. So this is your chance for all you trolls, for all you people that talk all that shit. This is your opportunity to come up and talk that shit. And the thing is, you gotta pick your poison. You gotta pick these gloves, or you want this one. Which one do you want? Just pick it.
You might catch these hands.
And honestly, I wish you just picked these so we could grapple. So yeah, I'm ready for tonight, man. Let's have some fun.
Okay.
Let's have some fun. So I guess, you know, if they slow to go, maybe we should get some people. So I know maybe Kanal, you might have a few.
Well, Paul Milner was in my earlier live, and he already said some things I don't want to repeat on here. No, he said basically that Kanal can drop to his knees and do something incorrect to him. So I'm just like, God damn, he throwing smoke over there. So I don't know. He'll probably pull up sooner or later, you know, to troll you from the chat.
What type of man will say that dumb shit?
Brother,
unless you suspect. I mean, you tell me. I will never tell that to another man. I'm sorry. And where I'm from, you said that to another man, you probably done.
All right. Who any of y'all got some smoke for? Oh man, I had a few. I'm trying to bring.
Fellas, this is your opportunity to talk your shit.
Free for all.
You guys talk about on these comment section, calling me a hypocrite. I'm a fake BMT and all this shit.
Wow.
Hey, this is your chance to talk your shit. And again, I'm gonna sit there and listen. I may question why your thought process and your feelings are like that towards me, but it's gonna be friendly.
Can you handle the tooth, though? Can you handle the tooth? I mean, truth.
I don't think they can handle the truth. I don't think they can. They talk a lot of smack. They hide behind those avatars, you know, and fake names. But when it come time to get a smoke, nobody wants to be around. That's you too, American Live. You bring that smoke. You call us
where your grenades, knuckle dragons,
Neanderthals.
Neanderthals.
We ready for you tonight. You know, we letting you do whatever you want to do.
Hold up. Let me go ahead and drop the link real quick. That way, we ain't just talking smack and nobody can react. We gotta allow them to come up. So we're gonna straight up open the panel tonight.
And the thing too, guys, I'm not even drinking. I haven't had a drink in 3 months.
Yeah, I was about to say, where's your drink tonight? Oh no, you got some green juice.
Yeah.
God damn.
That's all I need, man.
He said, I'm cussing y'all out purified.
Sober.
I'm gonna do
Since
it in
we already
theory.
3 minutes in, I'm gonna let y'all see some of the stuff that if y'all want to talk, y'all can talk. It's a little graphic. So let's see if I can get it on here.
Oh yeah, you messing with my hair already? Go ahead, get some. Get some of that. Go ahead, get some of it. Go ahead, mess with my waves. He said you got the curly Q Kofi on.
Let's see. I think they scared. I can't believe all this stuff they talk, and then when it comes time to do something, ain't nobody there. Give me a second. This one gonna pop up.
Be up soon.
Let me see. So this is the stuff we waiting for. We thought y'all was gonna bring this heat. So I don't want to talk about nobody's girl, but one of y'all, I seen y'all not on the panel, but I seen one of y'all girls like this. It's gonna be a little graphic. Hopefully We're not trying to get monetized for this.
Skinny fat body bitch. You ping pong paddle body
seen this
bitch.
one.
You's a taco body bitch. Johnny Bravo body bitch. Weird shaped body bitch. Silverback 8 body bitch. You are a McDonald's ice cream cone shaped body bitch. I don't know if you should lose or gain weight body bitch. Stink body bitch. Upper half army take body bitch. You got that Queen Latifah from Set It Off body bitch. You are a Mark Henry body bitch. Bitch, you are an upside down bowling pin figure body bitch. I'ma keep it going. You are a Quasimodo body bitch. Upper half Lizzo, bottom half Tory Doe body bitch. You got a can't even shop at Forever 21 for your clothes body bitch. You got a car oil funnel shaped body bitch. Blanca from Street Fighter in the face body bitch. Big T now that he lost weight body bitch. You Ricky Lake body bitch. I'ma keep it going. You're a linebacker body bitch. You Chicago Bear Brian Urlacher body bitch. You got a potato when it is rotten body bitch. You can't afford a Dr. Miami Dream body bitch. You can take baths and be a clean body bitch. But it won't change the fact that you still got a butterbean body, bitch. You shaped like an upside down fifth of Henny bottle, bitch. You look at Casey J and Jazz and wish you could switch bodies, bitch. You got a chubby grizzly cub bear body, bitch. You are an upside down shaped pear body, bitch. I'ma keep it going. You probably a hairy body, bitch. You are a Medea and Tyler Perry body, bitch. You ain't got a petite and precious body, bitch. Your upper half is like Monique and precious body, bitch. You's a hefty body, bitch. You's a messy body, bitch. Bell pepper body, bitch. Uncle Fester body, bitch. I'ma keep it going. You got a cotton candy on a cone body, bitch. You DNA tooth body, bitch. You got a manatee and a whale body, bitch. Camel body, bitch. Upside down banjo body, bitch. Rambo body, bitch. Fucking melted candle body, bitch. I'ma stop. Psych. You are a Roseanne body bitch.
Stop, psych.
You are an upside down built snowman body bitch.
See, we thought this is the heat y'all gonna bring us. We wait for it.
Oh, wow. I don't know. Somebody gonna crack on the panel. They go that hard. But while we waiting, I appreciate my brother True Prodigy for dropping in for the $5 super chat. Salute to the panel. Much respect to you and your channel. Everybody go over and subscribe to True Prodigy. He putting out some real young knowledge when it comes to code approaching and not just playing those stupid games on the Tinder. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you, brother, for stopping in.
Man, oh man.
This is crickets. Wait a minute. I got a soundbite for that. Hold up.
We got those crickets. My goodness.
What's it? Nobody bringing no smoke. I don't understand.
Smokeless.
All these words.
Well, that's all right. We had to
and haste.
We'll have to just talk about it.
Let
me find.
Hold on. Let me go ahead and bring out my boy real quick, because
these black and mild smoke gums having ass niggas. Don't you listen to these funky ass niggas tell you shit.
You know what it is. Like, if you guys look at the optics behind a troll, he stays in a dark area by himself in a corner on a computer, not showing his face, and talk the most shit that he can. But yet, give them an opportunity to come up and really defend themselves and really say this stuff in person, just like a coward they are. They would never do that.
Nope.
So, and these are the same people that will bounce around to different platforms, taking that same energy, and will take your words, twist them just to benefit them, just to irritate you.
Oh, so we know about
tonight. It shows the type of people they are, which I have no respect for.
We've been trolled, me and Ronan. We've gone places, made people look stupid, and at the same time, as soon as we leave the show, now here's the thing. Let me tell you something, BNT. We'll spend 2 hours, 2.5 hours, maybe 3 hours on the show.
Not even our live.
Yeah. Point by point by point. Crickets. As soon as we leave the show, the next week they got smoke. They should have told us this. They got line. Everything they should have told us happens after we leave the show. Never when we on the show. Oh, they came prepared. They said this. I wish I could have said this to them. So then you come back on the show, and it's the same thing over again. Repetitive. It gets to the point where you're like, why make these points? I'm tired of making you look stupid in front of your audience.
That's a fact. I don't know how many panels went. One in particular, the person that will remain nameless. We've been on their panels plenty of times and spoken so many facts. It took them a week to come up with a rebuttal. And they were still wrong. But hey, like Fearless says, he's 99.5% right all the time. But, you might catch him on a bad day.
Might catch him on a bad day.
So I guess nobody wants any smoke. So any popular topics you guys want to talk about right now until we find out somebody that's brave enough to come up here, and bring some smoke?
Yeah, actually I have a topic, and this is about, I was watching this YouTuber this morning, how he felt like, he kind of feels that black men are the most desirable men, across the globe. And I disagree with that. And his argument was basically, every race of women love black men. So he was going around asking women, do you like black men or whatever, which I always feel that that's the most cringing question you could always ask someone.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to get your take on it. Do you guys feel that, hey, are black men considered desirable across the globe? Or is it?
No, I've seen that. And what
was the one where the white lady was talking to the guy, right?
That was one of them, but I saw a longer segment of that.
Okay, go ahead, Fearless. Sorry.
Yeah, what he doesn't understand is we getting leftovers.
Yeah,
we get the leftovers. By the time they go to us, and it used to be like that. Whenever you seen a white woman with a big butt and body, white dudes didn't want her. It just became really recent in the last 6-7 years that they even found that body desirable.
Right.
Before that was the chicks that was like, that your butt too big. You not this. And
Becky with
her
big
only
butt.
And they don't understand that they hide us sometimes because once they and here's the sad part. When we say once you go black, you never go back, we look at it as a badge of honor. But really what the white people say, the white guys, is once you go black, we don't want you, so you can't come back to us. That's really what it comes down to. So, they like, nah, we don't really want to deal with you since you don't went to the dark side.
Yeah. Well, they're intimidated. I mean, that's always been a white man's intimidation when it comes to a brother. They don't measure up in their minds to what we bring to the table.
But do you think black men are considered
I don't think of it like that.
Desirable?
And no, I don't think it's. I don't think when you say measure up, I don't even think it's like that. I think it's a disgust. Like,
you think they've been dirty? They've been soured or dirty because they laid down with a black man. Okay.
And the color purple, as they say, you've been spoiled.
You've been soiled or spoiled. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So
we got our first adventurer, the old man with a plan, Richard, coming up.
The man who has no arms because he throws grenades that never leaves his hand.
We're in an open panel, no excuse. You're more than welcome to come up. You got smoke and no smoke, whatever you want to have an open discussion. This is troll night. You can troll on anything or talk about anything. Go ahead, Richard. What you got? Are you trolling or are you bringing up a topic?
Greetings, gentlemen.
Richard, can I show you something real quick, brother, before you talk? It's going to take me a second, but go ahead with your greetings because
your levels are perfect at all times, impeccable levels.
Can I throw my first flashbang?
Go ahead, throw whatever you want. Yeah. That's the point of the show.
I see Ronan wearing that curly kufi again.
Get that on. Yes, get that.
He got on his wavy yarmulke.
There you go. At 57, I'm doing well, and it's all mine. It ain't fake.
You're looking swell.
Thank you, sir.
And then I got to move to Black Man Travels. I'm glad you took them gloves off, man. I'm glad you took them gloves off because I don't know no New York dudes who really got hands like that outside of Zab Judah, Mike Tyson, a couple of cats.
He's not from New York.
I'm not from New York. I'm from Dade County.
I know he's not from New York. He's from but he grew up there.
No, never been to New
You got
York.
the wrong person.
Oh shoot! Well, I don't have the wrong person. I got the wrong narrative. My bad. Where did you grow up?
The wrong state.
I grew up in Miami, Florida, Dade County.
Oh, that. My bad, man. I don't know why I got New York out of it, but especially Miami. Ain't none of y'all known to have hands. So put those gloves away. I'm glad you put them on.
Okay. All right.
Tell me one great fighter out of Miami, please.
Hey, no, we ain't talking about boxing shit. We talking about straight fight.
Yeah, fight.
I'm just glad you
you guys like to take shit to a boxing ring. Fuck a boxing ring. Take that shit to the backyard.
I'm joking, bro. I'm joking.
I know, but I'm just responding to you.
It's troll night, Richard. We ain't taking nothing serious, man.
We're not taking
all about
nothing
trolling and having fun.
I got one more flashbang for Fearless. He must have bought some blunts as well because, man, your screen is so fuzzy. You might need to call for the
I don't know why. Am I still fuzzy?
Yeah, you fuzzy as a motherfucker. You high.
Yeah, because you a troglodyte. You don't know nothing about tech.
Wow.
Oh man.
Now,
He went prehistoric on you.
Hold up. Let me get some. Let me put some spec on Roman's name. If you guys are working together on that AI, that's fascinating, man. The AI work that you guys are doing is just off the chain.
Thank you, sir.
Now, when one of y'all is walking
it's a link. Woods educated
with a bear or a tiger, one of y'all looks like a skinny DJ Khaled. I'm not sure how you can do that.
Damn. Which one? Are you trying to say I look like a skinny DJ Khaled?
Yeah,
I take that I take that as a compliment because DJ Khaled.
But your AI game is off the chain, brothers.
Thank you.
Off the chain. Looking good, Phyllis.
Yeah, that's me, the DJ Khaled on that video.
What you said yesterday, Richard, I couldn't get to you because you was trying to run and you had a phone call from the welfare office.
You got a player.
Your food stamps was late last night, but what you tried to say is I was prison built. So I just had to show you that I'm not prison built, brother. See, them legs came. I took the advice of the lady and said, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do squats. Yeah, brother. I did them squats. I wasn't playing. So
what's that
said
from
I was
06?
Oh no, brother.
That's 06?
Oh no, not 06.
Damn.
That was in 23.
The point is he still achieved it. What the fuck?
I know.
You sound as bad as a woman. Oh, you're a doctor. You're a specialist in microsurgery. That ain't enough. You need to do more. What the hell you doing on there?
Y'all said y'all wanted smoke. I'm
yeah, we bringing it back too. It ain't you get the punch and we don't punch back. We ain't no goddamn knockout dummies here.
And hold up, I'm talking all that smack and I won't even cam up. So, take it for what
it's okay, brother. They don't make cameras that old anymore. We don't want you to break your camera once you cam up. We understand how it is. And believe me, you do have a face for radio. You got a face for radio.
Hey,
that's classic. That's classic, homie.
Educated Tyrone, there's a link in each one of our chats. You should be able to slide up and hit the pause. You should be able to scroll up and hit the link and come on up. All right? Go ahead. I'm sorry, Richard.
Richard, I know you said you've been celibate. Is that because when you shoot one off, it's just smoke?
Damn, dust.
It's just dust.
He's been working on these shows. He's been working on his gunfire. I see you've been to the range, huh?
Brother,
why are you so fuzzy still?
What's that?
No, man, listen.
Why is it fuzzy? That one I don't know, brother.
I don't know. Maybe it's on my end.
I don't know, but we all right. It might be your glasses. You got that cataracts and glaucoma.
So, I do. I had somebody ask me the other day, Richard, I didn't know you had blue eyes. I'm like, I don't have blue eyes. That's cataracts, honey. That's what happens when you get in your 60s. You get that blue ring around your eyes.
I know that.
All that aside, the celibacy thing for me came at a latter point in my life when I had my fun and to hang up for running these streets. I got bars too, but because I mentioned this on one of your previous panels, you're not really having sex, you're having rubber sex. You know, you can't go down without a dental dam. You better
what kind of
strap
females
up.
you messing with, old man?
Man, that was jumping off.
You know
dental
what? But
dams.
there is a huge statistic that old people are a high rate of venereal diseases nowadays.
That's what
y'all don't know how to take care of yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's not true. That's not true.
It's the second highest rate of that's the second highest rate of STDs.
Yeah, nursing homes.
Well, you know what that's from, right? Viagra and Luke.
And Social Security checks.
Yeah.
Thank you. 63 hours in a cot.
Them old ladies are starving for some attention.
Man.
And you got that special blue pill.
I also would like to offer that those, to me, would be people who got married young, as was the norm from that, demographic, never had a chance to sow their wild oats or their royal oats in my case.
Why is the camera frozen?
My camera?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
just put up your avatar. Nobody wants to see that monkey and that tiger in the background.
Man.
That monkey's you. That tiger is Chris. That tiger is Chris and the monkey.
No, but I think that when people get in my age group, guys, and then I'll put it in part, I want to hear what Black Man Travels has to say. I sub to your channel. None of y'all sub to mine. I don't know what's up with y'all.
I sub to your channel. What are you talking about?
I sub to yours. You had some speech on there that I listened to. It was like a couple minutes long.
Dude, please go fix your camera. You just look real kind of cheesy right now with that camera like this. God damn, that smile or something. You got that cheesy damn smile on your face.
Goodness gracious. The camera clear, but I'm gonna head out.
Educator Tyrone. Educator
Tyrone.
Tyrone.
Hold on. I'm coming icy.
Hold on. Hold that smoke. Hold that smoke. Yeah.
I'm gonna come right back.
Go ahead, Richard.
I think some of those, anybody in my age group who even comes here to Thailand looking for love, I think that's because they just didn't get a chance when they were young enough to really have fun, with the ladies in my case. And then, of course, the ladies had their fun. And that's a big point of contention right now with men and the question of body count.
Let me stop you right there. You were so used to being in Chris's room and going around Robin Hood's barn. So you just saying I might be celibate, but I still keep a woman's attention.
Oh yeah, man, I'm still good looking.
Don't hate on a Ronan. Don't hate Rich because Rich got that swag. Don't hate on Rich because Rich got that aura.
I'm not just good.
Don't hate on. You can learn a thing or two, Ronan. We're not too old to learn something new.
Oh,
I'm sure.
Trust me, I understand.
I'm just soaking up the game. I'm not too old to. I'm only 36.
Right.
Yeah, blood up in here.
Go ahead, break it down for him then. Old Krusty. I mean, no, you're not old Krusty. I'm sorry, you're Richard.
Yeah, I'm old Rich. You can call me that. But what I'm saying is, I think that people, men who cheat in marriages, in relationships, that's one thing. And I'm not trying to go around the block on this, but you talked about the highest rate of STDs being among senior citizens, especially in nursing homes. I was just addressing that element. This conversation is always very fluid, so I'll just follow the conversation. But I just think that old people, if you're still looking for love and celibacy is not an option for you, then it may be because you didn't really get a chance to have fun when you were young. And I did.
I understand that. That's
all I was trying to say.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Well, we got a new panelist, and he already said from the chat that he has smoke for Black Man Travels.
Oh no, I don't got no smoke. Y'all know I love Fearless. Fearless is my guy. Y'all.
All right.
Y'all know I'm just joking. Fearless is my guy, man.
This is a fun night, brother. You can say whatever smoke we got. We're not holding nothing personal tonight.
Nope,
tonight
not
is just
No, if anybody, I got smoke for Ronan, because Ronan be talking heavy.
Okay. What am I talking heavy about? Help me out. Help me.
I don't know. Ronan talking about he got all these beautiful, exotic Filipino women waiting for him.
Just one.
Waiting for him by the phone.
Ronan, you ain't never showed them a picture of
every
your
Filipino
girl?
dude and
They done
every
seen 'em.
foreigner. Because
They ain't never seen a
pay
picture
for
of
the
your
Ronan.
girl?
They've seen them. I've been live with her on. She literally
Man.
calls me while I'm live, and I'll throw her up on the camera every time she calls, bro.
See,
Maybe you gotta
okay, I
just
see.
show her a photo of her.
I haven't watched as many streams
Mhm.
because I was
I think
picking up
you-
hours at work for somebody else that was on medical leave. So
Man, make your paper. What
So-
you talking about? You don't need to be on the internet.
I know you got a girl. I know you got a Filipino girl.
Right.
So I know what you're talking about. I know you're not lying, but
Right.
the stream you're talking about where you brought up her picture, I didn't see that specific one, so I can't really comment on that. So I'm gonna just give you the benefit of the doubt.
Well, no, I did not only bring up her picture. She was VCing me. So I literally brought up her
y'all were
live.
like FaceTiming?
Yeah. Yeah. Every time she calls, I literally throw her up on the camera first and she waves at everybody.
I think you should throw a picture of her up, Ronan. Throw a picture. Let settle down that smoke when they talk that smack.
Wait, Ronan, the girl that we're talking about right now, is this a girl you already met in person, or is this a girl you just recently matched with and you haven't met yet?
No, I don't match with anybody. They find me. I don't go looking.
But I'm saying because I haven't seen the past couple streams. Is this a girl you already traveled to the Philippines and met before?
I'm going in April, and everything gets worked out then.
Yeah,
So
no,
I'm
because
actually
y'all know
leaving in
it's certain chicks y'all see. It's chicks from other states that I've already met and through school or mutual friends. And then there's other chicks where I FaceTime, but I haven't met yet. So that's why I was just asking,
Yeah, it's a FaceTime, haven't met yet. And I'm going to meet her in April. And we'll see how things work out from there.
Okay, so we'll see how it works. I mean, you talk a big game.
Right.
And we know Kanal and Fearless, we know they I'm not questioning their receipts. We know they got game.
I've been lying all this time.
We know they got game. We know Kanal got game. Kanal showed his receipts. Kanal lets his work speak for itself. Kanal is not a fake wannabe alpha male. And again, that's why I love Kanal and Fearless, because they don't do too much talking. So but I'm gonna let because I'm half my family's Filipino, my mom's half Filipino.
Oh, okay.
I want to travel to the Philippines, but
so you Filipino and black?
What part of the Philippines are they from? Are they an island of Luzon or a different island? Which island are they from?
I don't know the island, but the
what's their dialect? Ilocano, Visayan?
I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. It starts with a CH. It's not churro, but it's basically the ones that are basically when the Spaniards conquered the Asiatic Philippines.
Right.
My grandfather was from that. So he's basically like mostly Asian and a little bit of Spanish, basically.
Yeah.
And a lot of them migrated to Guam.
So I told her to video chat me real quick. Can you wave at them, please?
Here, give me a second. Let me put you on. Hold up. Let me do this. Hold up. Let me get him. I got solo layout. There you go.
There you go. Y'all can't hear her because she's in my ear, but that's my girl.
Oh, I don't speak Tagalog, so I wouldn't understand.
She
her
speaks
anyway.
English. She speaks English.
Oh.
Thank you, babe.
And that's I like that's one thing about the Philippines. If people do want to travel somewhere and experience submissive women, I do like the Philippines because so many of them speak English. So I do like that.
So you black, you're Filipino?
Oh yeah, me, I'm just a quarter Filipino. But
so you got that good hair, as they say.
Oh no, hell no! I got worse hair.
He said I got caught with the ninja hair.
I got the worst hair in the family. Literally, my hair, it's not nappy, it's not curly, it's just some weird in between. I don't know what it like. Yeah.
So do you use a pick with the fist like that? I'm just wondering.
I use a pick with the fist. Well, to be honest, I am starting to style my hair with different stuff because I'm not good at using hair products and shit. So, because I had a low cut for most of my life, and then I eventually grew out my hair. So, when I was younger, all I do was, just put wave grease in it, wear the do-rag and brush it and take care of it. That's it. Now I actually got to deal with real like hair and shit. So,
can I jump in?
All I need to say is y'all done seen it here.
Well, Ronan don't got to worry about that. He got Ronan and Fearless. They don't got to worry.
You know what? I'm gonna grow mine out. I'm gonna show some photos. Give me a second. Y'all keep talking.
Tyrone.
No, I would look terrible bald. Everybody already knows that. I would look terrible bald. I have a weird shaped head.
Tyrone, you look dazzling in that avatar, though.
Don't use a word like that with a man. Dazzling?
No, I'm saying look at his avatar.
Well, that's Ice Spice, so she looked a lot better than me.
Oh, I apologize. I thought that was you. But anyway, moving on to Ronan. Ronan.
Yes, sir.
That's interesting, man. You're doing online dating.
It wasn't.
I know at his age, man, you wouldn't even think that would.
Hey, Ronan, I got some really good advice for you, brother.
That's what she looks like.
Oh no, right, Ronan, that's good. No, Ronan, you got good taste in women. I never. Again, in the chat, I was joking. I never, because even before I when you showed a chick before in the chat, or it may have been that same girl. I think it probably was the same girl. She's attractive. I'm not gonna say every passport bro has good taste, but I will say the ones on this panel, they do have good taste. Y'all date some attractive women. I'm not gonna cap. I'm not gonna hate.
Hold up. We got let me get these super chats out. But Darnell has some smoke for Fearless. But let me get these out. Let me get this first one out by Darnell. $5 super chat. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat and always supporting the channel. It's because older man he doesn't care. He's old on his way out the door, so there's no need to strap up. Oh, he's talking about you, Richard. No, that's Richard. He's talking about Richard.
You know,
Richard, you don't. That's why he's saying there's a high rate of STDs in older people.
I consider that, my brother. I really have, Darnell, and shout and salute. Y'all had a great panel today with him and O2O up there. I was watching. But but the thing about, growing older gracefully is quality of life.
Right.
Because quantity is a different
quantity
perspective.
is over. Quantity is over. It's not quality. Yes.
Look,
I'm in that mode right now. You're ahead of me, but I'm in that mode right now. I'm looking at quality.
I didn't come here looking for love. I just, I have my reasons, right? It wasn't about the women because I could find them all throughout LA. Anybody who's ever lived in LA, they're women from every country in Los Angeles, period. Just LA alone. We're not talking about Culver City and Inglewood and all this other stuff, right? So that doesn't excite me. And I said this before, and with all due respect, I don't really find Asian women in particular as attractive as sisters.
Well, that's interesting. Why would you go to Thailand?
Yeah, why would we go to
find them?
It wasn't about the girls.
It was about the money. It was about the money and the retirement and the exchange rate. Yeah. Okay. Now I understand why you're more celibate, because you're not really attracted to the local women there.
I'm not. Yeah. Now listen, I saw an African sister.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
A pool the other day. She made me cut my eye at her, but I'm like, even if you are out here,
Squirrel Network fixed, because you just broke up half of what you just said.
Yeah, he said you seen the African. She was
Hold on one second. Let me get Darnell's question out for the smoke. And Darnell, the link is at the top of the chat. You can come up. It's an open panel, 100% smoke show. He said, and I got smoke for Fearless for talking about my hair, especially when he ain't got no hair. He looks like a light-skinned simp from the Tyler Perry movie. God damn!
I'm about to.
Yo, Darnell, you do got a point. Darnell, you got a point. Fearless to be that Captain Save a whole light-skinned dude, and he's coming in to save the day.
He called you Shamar Moore
in front of the single mom and impress her. And
let me do this, man.
Her wrong. Like, come on,
this is what y'all always see. Y'all, for whatever reason, y'all thought a brother. You see, COVID, I just felt it was easier to go ahead and just cut it off. But brother, I didn't always look bald, man. I had cuts that that you can't get no fade like that.
Look at them waves.
I'm just saying.
That hairline looking like mine right there. That hairline looking like mine. You're a little younger than me though.
Yeah. I mean, y'all thought brother was bald all the time. I just, COVID hit and I had to say.
Well, you were going bald though, Fearless. Pull that picture back up. You were going bald. But you took it down too fast. Pull it back up. Let's take a long look at that.
What?
That's Photoshop. You said that was Photoshop. You did that too quick. You did that too quick. That was Photoshop.
Let me see. I don't have it here. I can't see it. I'm gonna get some more.
Yeah, I got it.
Anyway, while he's doing that, True Prodigy, you on the panel, man. You got smoke. You got anything you want to talk about? It's an open panel. You can do whatever you want. Salute.
Nah, I ain't got no smoke for y'all, man.
Man, come on. If you feel like Fearless talks too much game or black,
don't let Fearless off the hook now. Don't let Fearless off the hook.
I mean, I ain't got no smoke for y'all, man. Y'all doing y'all thing. I will say this.
You a dating coach like discreditor. So, is there anything you've heard us say on panels you might not agree with, being that you're younger and maybe we're thinking old-headed style?
Well, I can't think of nothing off the top of my head, really. But I ain't gonna lie, Ronnie, your girl, like, she fine as hell, man. She look like a chick I used to talk to about 2.5 years ago.
Why you gonna push me out like that? Why you gonna say you got my woman first?
What? No, man, hold up. The thing was, though, that chick, she had finessed me out of some money, man.
See.
Oh,
yeah. Was she Filipino or was she Latino?
No, she was Thai. I think she was. Yeah, she was Thai. Yeah, she ended up finessing me out of some money. I like $60 or whatever. I left her in my car. You know what I mean? At the gas station getting gas. I ended up leaving her in my car. I came back. The thing was, like, I had so much time to evaluate the situation, but she seemed like a good girl. She seemed trusting and all this stuff. A chick that I had just made off the date now, right?
Right.
And took her back to my crib. We talked for a minute. We end up smashing. I end up dropping her back off at her house, and then I end up checking my wallet. Like fucking debit card came up missing. I tried to. Yep.
Oh, what about the old head? $60 the cost of doing business, brother. You already smashed $60 wasn't shit.
Yeah, wow.
Well, I mean, yeah, but man, I needed that shit. At the time, it was like 2.5 years ago. I was like, fuck, man. Fuck. So yeah, that situation happened, but and I tried to hit her back up. She blocked me. She blocked my number. She blocked me on Instagram. I'm like, fuck.
Damn.
She got that money and was like, I'm out of here.
Pretty much, man.
My brother from Thailand, him and his wife, his girlfriend. I don't want to preempt anything, Alex. I'm sorry. Alex and Miley. He has his own show. He's known by Jiu Jitsu Passport, but Alex Bam Bam as well. He said, I can't blame Fearless for shaving his head. That hairline.
Man, he said I had that hairline, that Montel Williams. I ain't mad at him.
You had that Frankie Beverly and Mays running away.
I was holding on to it, bro. I was holding on to that last one when the barber said, bro, I can't do nothing for you, man. He said, this cut's on me. He said, this is going to be your last cut.
Once again, the link is at the top of everybody's
Oh, yeah, hold on. Wait a minute. You know what? I do have a question for Black Man Travels.
Yeah.
It was a debate. I don't necessarily even want to say it was a debate, but it was a conversation you guys had months ago that I wanted to be a part of, but unfortunately, I couldn't be a part of the conversation because I just didn't really have the time to join the panel. I was busy occupied doing other things, but it was pretty much about game, right? And you was discrediting game or whatever, you feel me? So this was months ago, probably about 4 or 5 months ago. But it was you, other guys on the panel. You guys, I think you guys had that dude. He's in the Philippines right now, or he's somewhere in Asia. I forgot the guy's name. I can't remember his name. It was him on the panel, and he was pretty much trying to like defend the game or whatever. But I can't remember the guy's name. I think it was like Take Flight or something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah. You talking about the skinny black dude that did a couple interviews with QB?
Actually,
He's a
QB
black dude that be talking to
QB
all
had a debate
Asian
with him
chicks.
too. Yeah, I think he's in Asia or something like that.
Yeah, because he like a skinny brown skinned dude, and he talk about game and confidence and whatever else he was. Yeah, I forget. It's something with flights in his name. I know you talking
Flight
about.
Madness?
Yeah, him. Yeah,
Are you talking
him.
about
Flight
Flight
Madness or something. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Madness from China? Like
It was Madness or something. Yeah,
Flight
that
Madness.
dude.
That's Flight
Yeah,
Madness.
Flight Madness. Yeah, pretty much. So that was. I mean, he was a part of that conversation, and he was pretty much defending the game, quote unquote. But I can't necessarily pick apart, what you guys, was specifically disagreeing with him on the topic of game or whatever. But I mean, I think
Well,
go ahead.
We could talk about it now. Me personally, I just feel like you don't need game overseas. If anything, just continue to work on yourself. Become a better version of yourself. If you're traveling to a particular country, try to learn the customs, try to learn the language, and just really present your authentic self, man. I think when you try to run game, the type of game you run here in the States is not going to work overseas. So, especially if you don't know the language. So I say, hey, one, if you're a single man, go hit the gym. Make sure your finances on point. Learn a new language. Learn how to dance. Focus on your clothes. Like, these little things actually play a role when you travel to these countries, man. Like, for instance, when I went to South Africa, I kind of looked at how people dress in South Africa at the nightclub scene. I basically packed a blazer and took it with me to South Africa. And guess what? When I wore that blazer out there, I stood out. So sometimes it's not really about game. It's just how you present yourself, man. If you gotta, like, someone need to teach you that, I just think that you just got to look at yourself and realize, hey, there's areas where I can improve myself and just apply it. But running game overseas, I don't think you need that.
Let me ask you a question. Has it ever been a situation where you didn't, quote unquote, have to use game?
I've never used game. Even
hold on. Wait, let me lay it out right quick. So
let's define game. Maybe that's where the
So I don't use game a lot. I'm gonna keep it a buck. People know I don't got that much game at all. People see.
I'm very direct with people, man.
Well, let me.
My own girlfriends will tell you Tyrone don't got no game. I put up with him. He a jabberjaw. I put up with him because he treat me right,
NFL
and he's kind of cute and yada
in
yada.
the summer. The NFL in the
summer,
no game.
Well, let me break down game right quick. So the game is pretty much you employing a strategy to get your desired outcome in a nutshell. That's what it is, right? Now, game, and a strong component of game is manipulation. I'm not gonna lie about that. You feel me? But it's pretty much you just doing, like, employing a strategy or a plan in order to get your desired outcome, So, I mean, game is, and we correlate game to women, you feel me? Or just like male, female sexual dynamics, you having a mouthpiece and all that stuff. But game is actually a lot more layered than that, is broader than that. It's actually you just being aware. It's like information and experience, right? Like, let's just say you go overseas or whatever, and somebody tell you, or they give you information about a particular area that may be like violent or whatever. Like, there's a lot of robberies going on there with the gringos and all that. So he might give you information. Don't go to this hood, or don't go to this particular side of the town. That's him giving you game. That's him giving you information.
Wait. Just to clarify for me, maybe it's just me because I'm a black pillar and I know I stand alone on this. Nobody really agrees with me. When I hear game and I'm criticizing game, I'm criticizing mouthpiece and managing attraction and logistics specifically. When guys like Lucario, and I know there's other dudes, but just because he's the most popular one. So when Lucario pivots from mouthpiece to a more broad or abstract definition of game to include strategy in any circumstance, just in like, to me, those are two separate arguments. So what Kanal, to me, and Kanal, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but what you're saying is when you go out and about, or you approach women, or you're just chilling with friends, or you're traveling, or you're at an event, you're not worried about mouthpiece or looking cool. You're like, yo, I'm presenting myself naturally in my environment, and this is what it is. Take it or leave it. Some women are going to like it, some are going to love it, some won't. That's what it is. Whereas other dudes are more worried about conscious strategizing, and they're more worried about planning their mouthpiece. They're more worried about coming off as charismatic, yada yada. But because to me, and this is my last point, Prodigy, and I know you don't agree with Lucario 100%, so y'all are two different people. But this is my last point. When you pivot from mouthpiece and micromanaging attraction and logistics, like the specific game in terms of mouthpiece or charisma, when you pivot from that to general strategy, it defeats the purpose of the argument, because the second definition of game, general strategy, everybody uses that just by existing. So that doesn't even that's a whole separate argument.
Well, Tyrone,
you can say a dude that goes to Holland that's
I'll say this.
awkward.
Hold up, Tyrone.
He used game because he used.
Hold on, one at a
strategy.
time, one at a time, so that you guys don't overtalk.
No, I'm saying a guy that the most socially awkward guy that went to the same college I went to, you could say he used game because even though I have better success with women, he used his intelligence to plan out his career. He graduated ahead of time. He makes a higher salary than me, and we graduated the same time. So he used his game in the general strategy of life to his benefit, and he makes more money than me. So I could brag about chicks all I want, but there are other areas of life where he excelled and I didn't.
Well, I mean,
so I'm just saying that the whole other when Lucario and other people go from game as mouthpiece and I'm a wingman or I'm winning over the group, so I'm making it easier for the other guys that are talking to the girls in the group because I'm the most extroverted one and I have the gift of gab. So I'm kind of leading the group. I'm breaking the ice and letting my friends follow up because they're a little more introverted than me, whatever. Like, those are examples of you using your social prowess or your game to your advantage to help you and or your friends win over a group or take a group home or take a chick home or stop your friend from being cock blocked, etc. Those are examples of using game, literally, in terms of women.
Hey guys,
but the general sense of game, that could apply to business, that could apply to survival, that could apply to me moving to a different city. That could apply to
Tyrone. Hold on, Tyrone. Take a breath for a second. Yeah. Take a breath for a second.
Go ahead. My bad. Go ahead. My bad.
You guys are simply overcomplicating all this, man. Like, I was raised, I was a teen in the 90s. I was, in my 20s and the early 2000s. It wasn't that complicated, man. You guys made this shit so complicated. Honestly, just a simple hello. Hey, where you from? Hey, do you want to grab a drink? That's it, man. It wasn't that complicated. If my boy wanted to talk to a chick, guess what? I'm gonna go talk to her friend while he does his thing. I give him 10 minutes. You got 10 minutes. I'm gonna do what I can to distract her friend. You go out there and do your thing. That's it. It was no strategy. It was no breakdown strategy, man.
In that situation, that was the strategy. You feel me? Like that was the strategy.
No, but I'm just saying. But the thing is, I never approach a woman with a strategy. It was just like, hey, listen, if I'm at a place in a mutual place where I found her attractive, she gave me the look, I'm just, and we're in a position where we could talk to each other. We're going to talk. But
I disagree.
Strategize and have these certain codes. I never done that.
To be fair, Canal's a natural. To be fair,
no, it's not that. This is what when I say I disagree with you. Go ahead.
Hold on.
Go ahead, Canal.
One thing is being from Miami, and I'm gonna tell you this: Miami got the baddest women across the entire country, point blank. I was raised around them. I went to college around them. Dude, I was a bouncer back in my early 20s, where I seen them, and again, we got the baddest chicks, and it wasn't that complicated to hook up with them.
There's bad women all over the planet.
Complicated.
But here's where I disagree with you.
Phyllis.
Yeah. So to me, I'm in a sense with educated Tyrone. I look at it as sales. It's a sale. You selling yourself, and in order to do that, it is strategy to it. Because when you just come up to a girl, hey, how you doing? Yeah, I'm not interested. You got to have some kind of comeback. I've talked to white girls when they be like, I don't talk to black men. I'm like, damn, we the same, because I don't talk to black men either. They start laughing. So that's an entrance that you use. So you always, So you always got to have something where you can, just like if you selling something, it's always be closing. So if they're saying no, how do I counteract that no? How do I say something to go with whatever they're saying? So that's the strategy you got to use. And that comes from talking to women over and over and over to get past
information experience.
Correct. And when you say there's no strategy, there is, because in order for you to approach that girl, there has to be something that she gave, some look. She looked at you, because if you're approaching a group of girls, you have to select which one is going to give me the most opportunity. And that's a strategy. So which one looked at me, which one smiled back, which one gave me some signs? Or am I going to the fat one who looks with the mean look on her face? So you already calculating in your mind an approach. How do I get her away from her friends? How do I take her there? So all of that is still a strategy. And what happens is the guys who don't approach, they don't know how to go past hello. Hi, how you doing? I'm fine. There's nothing else.
Out real quick. It's a $2 super chat from Just John. Thank you for joining the live. Just John says Tyrone's given valid constructive criticism, but I want to add to this conversation real quick on my point. I equate this game and all you guys want to talk about, and I'm on Conol's side, but at a point there is a learning process. I want to call it like Groundhog's Day. Y'all remember the movie Groundhog's Day with Bill Murray? Mm-hmm. He kept doing things repetitiously in order to progress through the day so he can move on to the very next day. Every time he got it wrong, he had to repeat the day. Same thing in dating and learning how to be cordial and getting with women and learning which women like what and don't like what. You have to constantly keep on sharpening your tools, your craft, as far as what you need to say in certain situations based on who that woman was, or who she projects herself to be. So it's a process. It's a learning process. And if you're not out there talking, and if you're not out there attempting, you will never learn the process and have the charisma and have the things you need to do in order to get that woman's attention.
Oh yeah, no, I agree with that. Guys like Lucario, I think when they use the two different definitions, that broader definition of game, that's basically just street smarts. So they're conflating the argument. I just want the game dudes, and I know there's a bunch of it's a big debate. Game dudes, dating coaches, pickup artists, yada yada. Red pillars, black pillars. It's a bunch of people involved. I get it, but everybody.
That's what the complication
I just want everybody to stick to that definition of game, so that we're just all talking about the same thing. Because once you talk about just general street smarts, that's a different debate. Nobody says street smarts are bad. Like if I told Kanal, yo, or if I told Ronan, yo, my family is from that province of the Philippines that your girlfriend is from, and my brother-in-law, his family still lives there, yada yada. I could tell you certain things, from what my brother-in-law and my aunt tell me. That's me giving Ronan just general street smarts or general tipping him off, giving him information. Right. That has nothing to do with charisma or being a player or you know what I mean. They're two separate things.
Guys. Okay, look, I can say this.
That's my only point.
If I'm planning a trip, right? I'm going to just a random country. Guess what I'm gonna do 3 months prior? I'm gonna hit the gym twice a day. I'm gonna do 2 a days. I'm gonna do my research, learn as much as I can about the country, where to go, all the hot spots, rooftop parties, everything. I'm gonna try to understand the culture, the people, how things are actually operate. So when I get there, I already know pretty much what's going on. Now, is that game or that's just information gathering?
Well, I'll ask this question.
Hold on one second. Passport Mars. Hold on. Passport Mars. You keep having a problem with your mic. Every time you come up, there's something wrong with your mic. That's why we can't put you on the panel.
He's not connected. It says
the mic has to connect.
Yeah, the mic has to connect. That's why it's going out. Go ahead, Fearless. I didn't interrupt you. Go ahead.
My question to 1 second. My question to Black Man Travels. Do you approach every girl the same?
I have to have a reason to approach a girl. I mean, I don't.
All right. Do you approach a white girl the same way you approach a black girl? You approach a Latino girl the same. You say the same thing. Then that I can't agree with.
Hold up. If I'm talking to you, I have a reason why I'm talking to you. I'm not going to use the same tactic on every person. Is that fair?
I think I would approach one girl differently than the other. And how she comes back at me is how I'm going to come back. Because if she come back, y'all, what's up? Then I know, all right, I got to stoop my level. I'm talking a little intelligent, and I can't talk intelligent. I got to go down.
I've never done that. Yeah. I've never done that.
Can I ask a quick question?
No, wait.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
There's too many people on the panel, and Joe hasn't spoken, Buck, and we also have Passport Mars. I want everybody to have an opportunity to at least get something off to get involved in the conversation. So, Joe, you were next. Go ahead and introduce yourself, whether you have smoke, whether you want to get in on this conversation, whatever it is, kind of floor is open real quick. Joe, go ahead. Joe? Can't hear you.
Hey, Joe.
Hello.
Where you going with that gun in your hand?
There you go. We can hear.
I think Joe was having mic
issues. No, he just said something. Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah. Hey, y'all, I'm good now, right?
Yes, you're good.
Okay, cool. I understand both sides. I guess the game part of things, like Tyrone's talking about, but also I identify more so what Canole is talking about. That for me, I thought game was something I had to learn when I was in high school. It wasn't until I got in 11th grade that I realized there was no game in the world, no mouthpiece I could have, no person I could try to become that could make the women that I like me. So
thank you. Oh no, we're on the same page.
I just switched it around. I say, well, let me just chill out, just be who I am and not have to try to mold or shape myself, because game essentially is you trying to get something from someone else, whereas it's so much easier for me to just be who I really am. And the women that was feeling me, I started realizing, oh, she likes me. And then I just simply said, as Canole said, hello, how are you? And things just flow. I don't have to try to make something happen because she already wants things to happen. And all I'm simply doing is stepping into something that she wants to happen already. So it's something I learned when I was in 11th grade. I don't know what that switch was, but it went from, I got to talk to this girl. I got to try to get in her pants. And it's just like, let me just fall back. Let me just be myself. And then the girls who like me for who I am are the ones that made it easy for any relationship that I've had since then possible. So,
and Joe, you got a baddie in your profile picture. These chill dudes stay with a baddie. If y'all ever notice, these chill dudes, they be reading a book in the corner at Starbucks. They stay with a baddie. All these other alpha dudes,
you know what it is,
begging for attention. Like, they're talking to average chicks, and these chill, calm, cool, collected dudes, they stay with a baddie. I'm just saying. I'm not hating. I'm just saying. Oh, go ahead, my brother.
You also got to look the part too. It's like Canole said, you're going to work out. Like I told my cousin before I left to Brazil, I said, I'm going to go with my greatest hits. So I'm going dressing the way I would dress here. I'm going, having learned the things I learned here, how to dress, how to smell, how to groom myself. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going there like a slob, overweight, no muscle mass. Yeah, I might have some height on my side, but I've seen guys much shorter than me get way more women than I do, because they have a certain respect for themselves, and it's the way they carry themselves. Going into any situation. So they can do it here in America. They can do it anywhere overseas. So I never had that mindset, I'm going to go overseas to get something I don't have here, because I got it here. It's the difference between getting a Mercedes here, in my opinion, from my experience, Mercedes-Benz dealership, and going to a Bentley dealership. That's so it's not going from a Pinto or a Kia here, like, oh, I'm not getting good treatment, to going to get something that I never had before here. So, But it's because I did the work on myself. It's the self-development, as opposed to me trying to be someone I'm not to get women's attention. Because what happens when you learn the game? Let's say you learn game, you know how to get women cool. You can sleep with a lot of women cool. That skill set you don't spend so much time learning how to do, it doesn't translate to anything much outside of teaching other men how to date a bunch of women, sleep with a bunch of women. And now you're kind of screwed because you don't really know how to you can't make money from it. It's not a long-term skill. Eventually, I'm assuming you want to get married, have a kid, settle down. But because you built that skill up of how to talk to women, how to shape shift, how to morph yourself to someone that you're not, now you're going to have a hard time actually being real for a woman that you want to settle down with. So then you kind of go through this carousel of women because you're not who you really were in the beginning when you met the woman. But you got the girl, but what's the price you had to pay for it? So I learned that way back in high school, and I was like, that's probably not the path I should go. I wasn't good at it, to be honest with you. and it worked out for me.
Awesome, Joe. Thank you for the input, and you're absolutely right. We're gonna move the Buck Travel. He was the next, and then Passport Mars. Buck, it's open panel. We can continue to talk about this subject. If you had smoke for somebody on the panel, it's whatever.
Nah, I don't have smoke for anybody in the panel. But salute to the folks in the panel. Also salute to the people in the chat. Like y'all talking about game and all this, man. Let me just say this, guys, man. And this is gonna break a lot of feelings. Women, just like how we men desire beautiful women. Women want the same thing out of men. Attractive men, no homo. They want. That's why, guys, you got to look in your best shape. Black Man Travels. He brought up an interesting point. He said just before he leaves the country, he's hitting the gym. You know, you got to look your best, guys. You got to look your best. I'm talking about you. We can't be a 400-pound dude expecting a love from a petite chick, beautiful chick. So it's like, guys, we got to work on ourselves, and the game is just gonna follow. Like if a chick, I feel like a lot of guys complicate this whole game thing and all that game. You need game this, that. If a chick is into you, you don't need no game.
Yo, Buck, am I wrong? I think women care more about looks than guys these days.
They do. They care a whole lot more.
I see a lot of dudes. They're happy to just. And I'm an average dude, so I'm happy to talk to an average chick. Like I don't got to talk to an 8 or 9. If I talk to a 6, I'm cool. I'm like, yo, we on the same page. But but a lot of women, she could be like a 3 out of 10, and she wants like an 8 or a 9. So I think men are a lot more reasonable than people give them credit for. Now it may be a few dudes that may be like delusional, but I think for the most part, especially in real life, I'll meet dudes that are taller than me. They're like 6'4", and their girlfriend doesn't even look as good as my ex-girlfriend. I'm like, yo, this dude, he obviously appreciates her because she has a great personality and she treats him well, and they have a healthy relationship. So clearly men are not obsessed with looks. They are looking holistically. And I know a lot of dudes that are even make way more money than me. We went to the same college, or even some of them went to Ivy Leagues, and we're in our mid 30s, early 30s. And those dudes, they average women, but she had a great come from a good family, treats him well, doesn't nag him, doesn't cheat on him. She had a low body count. Like they've been dating since we were in college type, So I see why certain dudes select the way they do. But women, on the other hand, to me, they put looks and other superficial stuff way higher than men these days.
As much guys like to go to Latin America, these women put looks over everything. Look at the local men, how they look, their size, how they dress in these countries. So when guys say, hey, just go as you are and you'll find a 10, that's all bullshit. A lot of dudes are selling you fantasies, man. A lot of these women do like an attractive man. If Fierce were to go down there right now, he could track the baddie because he took the time to always keep himself in good shape. If you go down there looking all sloppy, guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna go to the Clock Tower or Pacaderas. That's it. There's nowhere else you could go. And the thing is, people keep telling these lies like, hey, oh, you're gonna get you a 10. No, you're not. They put looks over everything, and the fact that you black, you better come correct.
Yo, I
want to agree with you, but I can't.
I want to ask you guys a question right quick.
Hold on 1 second, True. Fearless, go ahead and respond to that. Then
And the reason is, man,
ask your question, but then after that, we got to get Passport Mars involved in the conversation.
I played college ball, and I played with some brothers who was in shape, six-packed out, especially the receivers. And some of them was just socially awkward. So they could attract the women, but those women couldn't stay. They're like, I can't talk to him about nothing. It just is. And when I say game, it was no personality. It was nothing. He relied on his looks. And then after the looks, there was nothing else he offered. It was no conversation. It was no charisma. It was nothing. So that's when I say you got to have something more. You got to be able to put something together. And a lot of times can't, because that's when I've seen average guys and we had the girl on the show with Nova. Average dude with great personality, great charisma, able to talk. Yes, he was able to get all the women, and his looks were subpar. So your looks was great. It's just like women. I remember this girl, man. She was one of the finest chicks I ever talked to. And she was dumber than a box of rocks. I was like, I can't. I was like, it was great I could show her off. And after I had to be like, yeah, you don't need to say nothing. I just show you off and we can't talk about nothing. And she was beautiful. And I thought, man, this is God just was cruel to this girl. In the sense that he gave her all the look and no personality. I mean, it was that bad.
Real quick before True asks this question, and then we're gonna follow it up with Passport Mars. I gotta read what It's J Clyde said, because he's absolutely right. Most fellas' egos and insecurities won't even let them keep a 10 because you too goddamn insecure to keep her, and she sees it on you. But go ahead.
I don't
True.
want to 10 because there's too much drama, man. I don't want.
Most dudes can't keep a 7.
Right.
So
go ahead, True.
Okay, so I'm gonna say two things, right? So first, I'm gonna tell you guys what game isn't, and then I'm gonna ask a follow-up question after that. So game, okay, so a lot of people in the dating YouTube coaching space or whatever, I ain't gonna say no names, but they like try to equate game to everything. You feel me? Like game is everything. You need game in life, period. Like no matter what you're doing. But this is what game is not. And I adhere to the game. I know what game is, but this is what game is not. If you're not doing anything to get your desired outcome, if you're not employing no strategy, then you're not using game. It's not a situation to where you are using game 24/7, 7 days a week. You feel me? So let me give you an example right quick. Let's just say you at a bar or a nightclub, and I can't make that example. It'll be kind of vulgar. Okay, you at a bar or a nightclub, and you sitting down, you chilling, you minding your business, and a chick walk up to you. She like, damn, you fine, you sexy, you smooth, you know what I mean? Like she flattering you and all this stuff. And you ain't really even trying to talk to her. You just look at her and nod your head up and down, and you like sip your drink or whatever. And she just like walk up to you, and she just start like grabbing up on you. So you ain't gonna talk to me. You ain't gonna say like you ain't gonna talk to me. You ain't gonna speak to me. You ain't gonna say nothing to me. You're like, I'm kind of busy like doing my own thing right now. And then she just started like groping you and kissing you and all this different stuff. And the next thing you know, like your nature starting to rise and all this. It's like, at that point, you're not really doing anything to get attention or to get sex from a woman. Like you're not doing anything to employ a strategy. Or if you walking your dog and you see money laying out on the street and it's like a serendipitous situation and you pick the $20 bill up and say, "Right, God bless me today." It's like certain instances in life to where you're not doing anything to get your desired outcome, pretty much, right? And I don't really know if those were good examples or not, but with that being said, has it been a situation where anybody on the panel has gotten what they wanted and they didn't have to do anything? Like maybe you was laying in bed and it was a chick that was over the crib or whatever. No, a chick that you met at a nightclub or whatever, a chick that you met off the date out. You invited her over, you laying in bed and you woke up to her sucking your meat or whatever, but you didn't really tell her to like you didn't give her a command or you didn't force her, you didn't tell her to do that. She just did it because she just genuinely like you or have high interest for you. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm saying.
My question for that is, who hasn't?
Yeah,
that would be the bigger question.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask.
I know what he's saying. I get what he's saying.
True prodigy. I have literally cried in front of a woman.
Hold up, educator.
Let Joe go. Smashed the same night. And that was the first day I met her.
Educated. Hold on.
I'm just saying you can still get around having bad game. I'm just saying.
No. No. I'm saying you're not using game. Period. You feel me? It's like she approached you and she wanted.
I'm saying I haven't used game and I've done shit that was negative, that was corny or awkward, and the girl was like, "Yeah, I still like you. We can still make out. We can still fuck."
Hold on, guys. I want to get everybody involved in the conversation. So I know you guys are involved in it. Joe was actually trying to make a point And then we got a new panelist, STX. Welcome to the panel, and then you can go next. But Joe, go ahead and finish off your point from what True was saying, and then we'll let STX go. Unfortunately, Passport Mars dropped off again. Is working on his mic, but go ahead, Joe.
I was just saying to Prodigy that I get what he's saying. I don't believe in the passive approach, which is kind of what you was getting to. Like,
what approach?
Can you do it
passive?
More passive, like that serendipity, or that the girl comes around and something happens and it falls into his lap. But then there's also the over zealousness that a lot of men have to just go and get the woman, and let's say she's not interested. She never was interested. She's never going to be. So now you have to employ different tactics to be someone that you're not. Maybe that may include having money and showing that off. Oh, look at what I got, material things. So a lot of men will compensate from not something that she wasn't interested in him in the first place. And so they'll use game in a sense, whether it's their mouthpiece or they're telling her what she wants to hear. She's believing things about him that isn't true, or he's trying to give her money or pay for, I guess they call it pay for play, in order to get a desired outcome. And you could say on one hand, well, he's successful because he got what he wanted. But if all he wanted was, I guess, sexual gratification, that's possible. But then you find that a lot of men who get that and they want something more, they can't get something more because they wasn't who they are to begin with. But on the flip hand, it's not proper for a man who is masculine to be passive in everything he does. Women who show interest in me, I still have to make the move. They're looking at me. They can stare at me, but they're not. It's rare for a woman to just come up and be as bold as the example that you gave. It happens only typically when they have a little bit to drink. But usually, if they're sober, they're looking at me, they're kind of giving me the eye, and then it's up to me as a man to go and approach. So that's the active part of what a man is supposed to do. And every woman I've been with, they've always told me in some way, shape, or form, I want a dominant man. Outside the bedroom, in the bedroom. So men who just expect things to come to them and they don't close the deal, that doesn't really work either. But
well,
yes,
I'll say this. Hold on. Well, I'll say this. I do agree with you generally that don't like happen. You know, I was specifically saying, has that happened to any individual on the panel? And another thing is this, right? So, okay, how do I want to word this? You know what? I'll just let somebody speak and then I'll come back around to it because I don't want to like misinterpret or whatever. So go ahead.
Hold on.
Interject and say.
Hold on, but we got to get STX in this conversation as well. So I want to welcome XTS to the conversation. You can either carry on the conversation. This is actually a troll night. You got smoke for somebody on the panel. This is a night you can do it. So
STX, don't
go ahead
cook
and
me, bro. Please don't cook me.
Unmute yourself first, and then go ahead and state whatever you want to say or stay in the conversation.
No, I'm not here to cook anybody. I was just listening in. I heard some valid points, especially from Joe. He spoke about black males having to be exceptional to get women, and that's definitely been the case for me. And I've seen especially overseas where you get a lot of black men that travel and think that, dating is going to be easier because I'm a black male and this, that, and the third. When in reality, if you're not in shape, financially in shape, all aspects of your life have to be exceptional to get, I would say, what white mediocre men get, if that makes sense.
Homie, so let's go through your shit right now. So you said exceptional, meaning what? Is that according to you or according to someone else?
According to
according to women.
Say according to yourself or according to.
No. It makes a big difference, which is why I'm asking.
No, it doesn't make a big difference because at the end of the day, you know if money is right.
Hold on. Let's have a conversation. Can we have a conversation?
Yeah, I'm just responding to what you said.
Okay, so is that according to you or someone else? It's two choices.
I mean, I think you're making it deeper than it actually has to be. because
That's
as a
not
man,
an answer.
you're exceptional or not.
That's
Well, I would assume if it's based on women, it's more superficial than if it was based on the man. The man, it would probably be based on more
no.
purpose and have a deeper meaning than what women
Okay,
base
so
it
do
on.
you want to talk to me? Is that what you're saying right now? Do you want to have a conversation?
Look, this is an open panel. It's going to be an interactive conversation between multiple people at the same time. Unless you have one specific person you trying to go
Oh
to,
no, my bad.
and
I didn't
call
mean to
that
cut
person
off
out.
you, Mars. I didn't mean to
Okay.
cut Mars off. I was just
All right. But I just
clarifying
want to let
that point.
everybody know what's
My
going
bad.
on. It can either be a one-on-one, or you can we having a general conversation about what people consider game and dating and all these other things, Mars. So if you were talking to STX, then just call that person out. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Or people are going to interject.
As soon as they're done talking, I want to get back to old boy that I was talking
Okay.
to. I can't see his name.
Let Mars finish his point, but direct it to who you want to direct it to, or just leave it open for the whole panel. Okay.
I think that was STX.
I made my position clear on who I was talking to. Someone else interrupted, so I thought maybe they wanted to interact with me. So I don't know what you're talking about, but go ahead into the frivolous void of whatever. Go ahead.
All right. Shout out to QB Passport Flex, and thank you for the $2 super chat. Keto Piso recipe, sir. All right, I'm going to send it to you on WhatsApp.
Yo,
But yeah,
QB, you should join QB. We know you're a player. You're
well,
an
this is an
expert
open
when it comes
panel,
to
so
women.
we're talking about dating right now, but we're also trolling. So
Hold on, is QB alive? Hold on. Can we stop? QB is alive. Last time I heard from QB, he was in fucking I think he was on his way to Rwanda, but he was in
That's not QB. QB ain't going nowhere near no black.
QB ain't going nowhere to Africa.
Yeah, that's the wrong continent. That's the wrong continent.
Oh shit!
Y'all funny,
That is
man.
not QP. QB is Latino all the way. What the hell?
Okay, but hey, what happened to HB? Hey,
HB is still in
Oh,
Africa.
he's in Africa.
HB is still in Africa. He's
No, but I haven't heard from HB in like.
No, he just went live the other day. I just saw him.
Okay, so he did go live.
Yeah, he's a Marine like me.
Are you sure about that?
Yo, we're both Marines. We talk all the time. Believe me, offline, online. all that.
Okay, all right. Because last time I heard from HB, he was in Tanzania. I'd say Tanzania, but they
Get
say
on his
Tanzania.
IG. You'll see more of his interactions on IG than you might catch him on YouTube.
Passport Marius.
All right, that's what.
All right, so let me get back to the other guy that was I forgot his name. I think is it Joe?
Yeah, me right here in the middle.
Yeah. Okay, so you said that you employing different strategies. It's like you are not standing on who you are or whatever, right? I believe that's what you said in a nutshell. I don't know if that's what you said verbatim or whatever.
Essentially, no, that's essentially right. In terms of
So-
relationships and things like that.
Well, I would say that unless what you are saying is coming from somebody else, like pickup lines and all these different things that you learn from another person on the internet, then I would say it is you, because everything that you are saying is coming from your mind. It's not coming from anybody else. You feel me? So any strategy that you come up with, any plan or tactic that you come up with is genuinely coming from you. You feel me? Because it's something that you thinking about on the fly. It's not anything that anybody else is thinking about. Just like when Black Man Travel said, when he's planning his trips, he's doing everything to see, like what is in the area, the best places to be, pretty much. He want to see how the people are and all these different things. He's gathering information to see, what's what and who's who and all these. So that's what I'm saying. It's like everything he's doing is coming from him. It's not necessarily coming from anybody else or whatever. No, it's all his influence. It's not nobody else's. So yeah, go ahead, bro.
I like, no, that makes sense. There is kind of like a thin line of yes, what I say to a woman in order to get something from her is coming from myself, because as a man, it's my objective in a way. There's something that I want, but if I have to go and say, for example, go from being who I really am to being like Superman in order to get her, and she's expecting Superman, and that's not really who I am. I'm the other guy. I'm the guy with the glasses, and she's like, "Wait, who's this guy? I thought it was a Superman." So it's me. But then if I have to carry on that portrayal of who she thinks I am because of something that came out of my mouth, something I thought of to get something I want from her, then
Let me ask you.
That's just like you going against your own moral code. You feel me?
I don't think it's that going against your code. So let me ask you a question, Joe. Do you have friends that you may watch sports with, and do you have friends that you may go to the museum with?
That's a good point. I have both.
So the friends that you go to the museum with may not be into sports. You don't need to talk sports to them. So your conversations with those friends will be different than your conversations with your other friends. Does that mean you're not the same person or you're portraying something different?
That's an interesting point. But go on, I'm listening.
So with women, when I say strategy, I do things from hunting to motorcycles to sports to travel. There may be things that they are not interested in. So I'm going to
Fearless, you get women off the looks. Let's stop the cap. Let's
but
like,
I can't.
Pause no homo if needed, but let's stop the cap. I've had plenty of women DM me. Tyrone, what's Fearless's number? Tyrone, is Fearless single? Does Fearless have a brother? Does Fearless have a friend? Is Fearless single? Look, I get it. The women love you. Let's stop the cap.
Ew,
No, I'm fucking with you. My bad.
You're
My bad.
gay,
My bad.
man. Bro, you're a gay man.
All right.
So Joe, I think
hold on one second.
Never in your life. No, hold on. Excuse me.
No, I was going to let you talk.
Never in your life. No, because this shit has passed the line a long time ago. Never should you be a man talking about, oh, he looks so something that I know he get women. You faggots have been passing the line.
Mars, calm down. You
for years
with
with
you're
that
not
bullshit.
scaring anybody.
No, bro.
I didn't take it as I did not.
Y'all have no. Hold on, I can't pass the line one time. It ain't been doing
Fearless,
it for
no,
like
because
fucking 10 years.
I'm not saying Fearless doesn't have game. He knows I'm joking with him.
No,
I
didn't
think
think it as
some awkward clown that only gets chicks because he's a brute. He knows I'm not being literal.
Yo, Mars.
You're the only maggot on the panel. Okay, I'm gonna shut up.
Hold on.
I did,
bro.
Educated Tyrone.
I let the school shooter talk.
Bro, what happened?
Hold on.
Mars, you're a school shooter, you incel ass nigga.
Come on, please don't block me, man.
Mars, please come to South Philly.
I'm not gonna block you. Hold on.
Cash app you the fucking.
Hold on. 1 second. Hold on.
I'll cash app you the $300, you incel ass nigga.
Listen, I don't mind the smoke, but
I'm gonna wear a Kevlar vest because I know you're a school shooter. I'm gonna wear a bulletproof.
How you gonna say?
I'm gonna wear a bulletproof suit head to
Y'all
toe
definitely
because you're a
got the
school
smoke show
shooter.
today.
Incel ass nigga.
All right, everybody woosah for a second. I want everybody to get their points off. But what we can't do when we do post is knock out everybody talking over each other. Okay? We want clear audio. So one person gets their point off, mute up, direct it to whoever they're directing it to, and then respond. The shouting match doesn't resolve anything. We can have a good conversation without having to talk over somebody. The loudest person in the room is not always the right one. So let's have a good conversation and get our points out. So Tyrone, I know you were talking, but Mars was trying to make a point. So Mars, I'm going to give you an opportunity to make your point and direct it to whoever you're making it to, okay? And you don't have to call everybody niggas and fags and all that. You're trying to keep it clean, all right, brother?
Yeah, no doubt. And that's where I want to keep it at. But I feel like I just had to raise my voice a little bit.
You don't have to in here. We have decorum. We're going to try to hold it down that way.
Okay. this is the thing right now. This whole thing about men are more beautiful than me. First of all, listen, a woman and how she sees a man is completely different from how you should view a man. Okay, if you find a man attractive, it's something going on with you.
I said
To
women
where
hit me up and told me he was attractive. You dumbass. You low IQ monkey.
Educated. Come on, brother.
Yeah, hold on,
Dumbass fucking.
Can I say something real quick?
No,
Mars,
wait,
you're a
wait.
monkey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Let me go ahead.
I want to kick you off the panel. Please.
No. I want to.
No, I just put him in the back room. Listen. I didn't boot him. I just put him in the back room for a second so you can catch your breath. We're not going to do that up in here. This is not that type of room. This is not that type of room. I want you guys to get
homosexual.
All right. So Mars, go ahead and finish your point and educate. I'll bring you up.
No, I'll finish my point.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me say, Passport Mars. Let me go back.
Another man is cute.
I can't wait to dog walk you in real life. You ate fucking low IQ faggot.
Not talk.
Let me talk. Just satire.
Passport Mars, I disagree with you. I think if you are confident in your sexuality as a man, you can compliment a man on how he looks. I can say to Kanal, whether you're a handsome young man, there's nothing wrong with that. That does not take anything away from my masculinity. I can go to the gym and look at another man's physique and say, and say that brother's built. Man, I love the way he's built. I love the way he's structured. I love his physique on him. That takes nothing away from my masculinity. I can look at the way another man fights and say, man, the way he moved, the way he stepped, the way he dodges, I love that in him. Nothing to do with my masculinity.
But that's completely different from what this dude just said, because we're talking about sexual, a sexual attraction. He's talking about strictly attraction on a sexual level from women. And once I approached it, he started saying, "You a fucking monkey," and this, and because his overall thing is he just like dudes, low-key, man. Like, I'm gonna leave it at that. So let's hear him talk.
All right, hold on 1 second. Let me get this super chat out from Darnell Elliott. $20 super chat. And Black Man Travels, you FBA hating tether. Oh my God. So you got smoke for Black Man Travels on the FBA tip. The link is open, Darnell. This is the first time I ain't never seen you run up on the goddamn panel. First of all, and you can come up here and say it to his face with your chest. All right. But let me get this out since you already went ahead and spent the money. So ain't no refunds, ain't no takebacks. All right. Why are you hating on other blacks when you are so black? You bring down property values. God damn. You so black. When you get on the panel, I did I forget to pay the light bill again? God damn. Hold on. He still got some more for you. He sent in another $10 super chat to follow that up. And he goes, I got smoke for Fearless. We're talking about, that's the old one. No, he's got a new one. Hold on. It's this one. He said, and Ronan, I never like you anyway. You a pretty light-skinned motherfucker for real. If you were in jail, they would put a mop on your head and call you Mariah. Fuck you. And
that's not Darnell.
That is Darnell. And Darnell, you more than welcome to hit that link at the top of the fucking chat and bring that shit in the panel. Go ahead. But okay, Black Man Travels is next. Black Man Travels wanted to get in the conversation. And this is the law that we needed in order to get him back involved in the conversation. But go ahead, Black Man Travels.
I mean, to be honest, I have really nothing to say about that. I think you guys have made this shit more complicated, than it needs to be. Even now, I'm 46.
No, it's actually not.
I'm 46
because what you was talking about was game. Hold on, can I wake him up real quick?
What you mean? Hold on. Let him what he's saying. Let him finish what he's saying first before you try to interrupt.
I want him to wake up for a second. Let's get it.
You wait. Go ahead. Finish your point, Black Man Travels.
Yeah, man. I mean, the thing is, like, man, look, I traveled the world. I've traveled all over the United States, dated all type of women. Never had to change myself, my personality. I just presented the best version of myself. 46, 20, 47. I don't look my age, but and I just go out and have a good time. I smile. I talk to people. I'm cordial. I talk to anybody, and people pick up that, man. I'm really about that vibe, that positive energy you give out. So me personally, do I have to switch up to talk to a chick? No, I never done that shit.
Hold on, how do you talk to anybody when nobody understands you when you in a new
Black man travel.
arena?
Do you have to? Is the reason you smile so much is because you're so dark and they can't see you?
Oh,
you know what?
I thought you was gonna have some smoke for Darnell, man. You let Darnell just ride on that. How you let Darnell just get away with it?
It's all good. I mean, the thing is, the people that I want to come up, they ain't gonna come up, so it's all good. But the thing is, in person, I look intimidating. So a lot of people always tell me that I look mean.
Hold on, you look effeminate. Hold on.
Wait, see, again,
This
guys,
is what I'm
hold on,
talking
man.
about.
Wow.
Hold on. Can I get the floor for 1 second?
Let me finish talking. So, as I said before, see, you the motherfucker that's hiding his face. So it's like, oh, if you gonna talk your shit, fucking cam up, nigga. Because like again, we could go there, and trust me, I'm about that shit. So again, I'm trying to be all professional here, but again, I could bring that Dade County
I
ass
don't give a
out
fuck
here,
about
bro.
cam up or
You
not.
fucking
You
yourself a
talking about
passport
what
Mars,
you think
yet
that you
motherfucker,
look like.
you never left the fucking
You
country,
said that
nigga.
you look effeminate in your mind.
Listen here, man. I don't know you from a can of paint. So, dude, shut the fuck up.
It doesn't matter. You are spilling the message. Listen, bro. Okay.
You know
You
what, man?
think
Look.
that you look effeminate. Another man just told another man he think he look beautiful. And you people, y'all niggas been lost in this space for a minute to where y'all think that beautiful men are
talking about. Dude, what the fuck are you talking about?
entitled.
You know what? Hold up. See, again, I was trying to be nice, and I'm trying to be
Why?
respectful.
Why? This is
Yo,
troll night. What you mean?
how
Night?
can you not?
Yo, whose man is this? Like, whose
an
man is this?
effeminate
This is
man.
coming from what? From Fearless Crowd, Rolling Crowd? Like, whose people is this?
Does it matter? Address the man. Don't worry about where he's coming from.
I'm an effeminate man. I'm effeminate.
He said intimidating.
I don't even know what the fuck that's supposed to mean, nigga.
Hold up.
Intimidating.
I never said. Oh my god! Look, in person, people.
You said that I'm an effeminate man, and Fearless is a beautiful man, and that's why he gets so many girls. Y'all been pulling this shit on the internet for like 10 years.
Did I say that? Did I say that? Correct him, please. Did I say that?
Nah, he said intimidating, brother. He didn't say.
He said intimidating.
Yeah, you gotta use your vocabulary.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. Let me tell you.
All right, after he got all that wrong, let me get this $5 super chat up by Just John. He says, all due respect to BMT, you're 46 years old, and the game has changed so much. Walking up and smiling to a woman get you and your harassment charge and a meme up on TikTok.
I disagree with that. Wait, hold up. I disagree with that. I'm in the field of marketing sales. That's all we do. If you want to get that big ass contract, you got to get up, you got to walk up and smile and talk to people. Shit hasn't changed. You guys made the shit more complicated. So honestly, nothing really changed.
You staying with that same story, huh?
You guys thinking that, hey, I got to do this, I got to do that. Oh, I got to think this approach or that approach. Fuck all that. You find a common ground and you go at it. That's it.
Like strategy, like from masculine, man, the charisma that men speak about. Again, this is something I learned when I was in 11th grade. I know it's something about this testosterone. I figured out, damn.
Nah, fuck that. His energy too low. Who called this nigga Fearless cute?
Energy does.
Hold on, nah.
And that's why I don't do a whole lot.
Who called Fearless cute?
Game and when it comes to like talking and gaffing, I mean, listen, there's some guys that got it. I was like, I'm just gonna play to my strength. I'm just gonna let the energy do all the talking. And you find a lot of times the women do all the talking.
That's it. Let them talk.
The gab because I let them talk to me and then I just respond.
Nah, you sound like you get ran over because you're not smart enough to actually put the energy to deal with the guys.
Mars, you got smoke for the whole panel, huh?
I don't got smoke for the whole panel, but I just wanted to know who made those few statements because prior to me coming into this space, somebody was talking about he was heavy on game too. So now he's Mr. Just let the woman do the talking. When I first heard this shit, you was talking about game. Now you ain't got no smoke. The other dude that was talking about game, he fell asleep. I'm here about game now. What's up?
Yo, let me ask Black Man Travels a question right quick.
I'm a little confused, but okay.
Black Man Travels. What the fuck you got to do with game?
Black Man, let me ask you a question right quick. So you don't believe in game, period, as far as like women or just the game of life? Like you don't believe in that, period, right?
What he got to do with game when I come in here checking you niggas for game?
How are you checking anybody in here? How old are you again? 30 something? There's no way you can check me on anything that has to deal with a woman. Get a life first.
Who is who? I'm not even talking to you. You never posed a question.
No, you sat here and you said you just checked everybody in the room. That's including me.
No, I'm speaking to the people specifically who was talking. Now, if you have a question,
I don't need to ask you a question, sir, because you can't say a goddamn thing.
Which is why you are not being questioned within that perspective.
Can I answer True Prodigy question?
Go ahead.
I mean, personally, I never felt like I had to use game. I think, there's a way where you could prepare yourself and learn, just research and do things by prepping. But as far as like being articulate in regards to like using game to get something, I never used that before.
See, this is where I'm
like not even in business or whatever, or just not even in like how to get a better physique and just different aspects of life.
That's not game.
But is this game BMT? And I'm gonna tell you, when I was a younger dude, I had a good friend. He kind of showed me game, and that game was this. I was that nice dude. Girls say call at 8. I was calling at 7:59. I was doing everything that I thought I was supposed to do. And by doing that, I was like simping. So the game to me was, and I was showed, don't call her back. Be busy. You call me on a Thursday and you trying to date me or say you want to go out Saturday.
I never done that, Fearless.
I'm busy. So you were always available. You always called at 8 when they said call at 8.
No. I mean, I never, as far as had a strategy, it's like, hey, if I'm available, I'll answer the phone. If I'm not available, I'm not going to answer the phone. I don't try to like purposely say, hey, you know what, it's too early to call, or it's, I got to wait 2 or 3 days to call back. I never done that dumb shit.
See, I just felt that from the girls I've seen,
but y'all just said,
man, listen, when I was going to graduate school,
from what I just heard, y'all just said that y'all think Fearless is cute, nigga. So how you gonna take examples from somebody that you think that's cute?
Bro, we can't even have a conversation.
Where's the order in this shit, man? Moderators, man. Where's the order?
Motherfucker.
Yeah, Pat, but we gotta
cute.
I've never been called so cute, heard cute about my name and all my life. I appreciate it. But let's add some order and go. Go ahead. I think, Joe, you were talking about that.
Yeah, I what you're saying, it also makes you talking about like just having, for me, that learning not to call and be so anxious, that anxiousness of wanting to get an outcome. It's, for me, it was just like doing things to where naturally I didn't have to artificially stop myself from calling a woman at a specific time. It's like I'm calling her because I have time to do it, but it's because I actually have other things going in my life to where I don't have to have a game plan to get something because I'm focused on other things. So she comes along. So it's kind of like, I guess there is game involved, but maybe I'm not even aware of it. But I'm not consciously trying to employ any tactics or strategies, not like I would do in the way I trade stocks or the way I do business. I do relationships kind of like the opposite, because doing it that way, it's maybe I'm lazy. I admit that. And I've been having it, women have been coming to me and they make it easy. And all I have to do is say hello.
Brody,
like her,
can you slow down?
Hold on. And all I have to do, I don't have to play the ping pong game. I'm gonna call her. I'm gonna wait a couple of hours. I'm gonna pretend I'm not interested. No, if I like a girl, then I know for sure she already likes me, so I don't have to play this push-pull dynamic. It just happens naturally.
But no, because here's what happens, and what I found is when you are always available and you don't have an abundance mindset, and you're always available for them, they'll go to girls always want a challenge. No, I don't care how old you get.
I disagree. I'm pushing
Isn't
back.
that different from
The thing is,
let him get it out, though. You ain't let him get out his point. Y'all jumping on him, but y'all let him get it out.
I think there's a difference in if you're faking it or not. It's one thing to be actually busy and have stuff going on. There's another thing to be laying in your bed and playing the game.
Thank you.
But even if you land in your bed, but here's the thing. If I'm the salesman, and because we can talk about sales because it always goes like that, then I'm the salesman that's not selling nothing. Why do you think a salesman always says, look, you can want the car, but I'm letting you know it's about to go. It's a hot car. Because that creates a sense of urgency. If there's no sense of urgency, you're always around. You're always available. You know, I'm the person, I know that when I go to the club at 2 o'clock, you're going to be home. I'm calling you at 2 o'clock because I can do that. You always going to be available for me.
If you can see through that salesman's that takeaway tactic, then you're not going to be as convinced. You're going to be like, you're going to call their bluff. You might not tell them to their face, but you're like, okay, that car's still going to be here tomorrow. As opposed to he actually has people buying the cars. It comes from a different place. So he's still employing the tactic in a way. But if he's actually selling the cars, if he actually is moving like that, moving weight like that with his cars, then when he says it, sometimes he doesn't have to say it. It can be implied. It's just like, oh, yeah, I don't even have to tell you, it's going to sell out tomorrow. It's going to be your loss. I don't have to tell you. And the people can sense that. Damn, I feel like I should probably get this. It's going to get sell out, right? Hey, man, it's up to you. Because he's not stressing. He might not even have to say, hey, if I was you, I'd get it. And even if he does, it comes from a different place if it's authentic. Is he really selling out those cars? It's a better place to do it. Now, I get the fake it till you make it thing. That does work. It's just, to me, that's a lot more work than I'm willing to put in. So I was like, well, I'd rather actually be busy. I would actually rather have businesses and making money and doing my own thing, going to the gym, working out, working on myself, improving my style, and then I attract it, as opposed to trying to do the opposite, where I'm doing a lot more work to compensate for something that I might lack from within myself because of the lack of development I put in myself.
And to piggyback what Joe just said, I think what you're trying to do, Fearless, it just takes too much work. I don't got time to think about all these different ways to, let her think a certain way about me based on my actions. Listen, if I have an interest in you, I'm very direct. I'm gonna let you know, hey, what's up? What's going on? If I don't get that same energy, if I get that little flakiness, dude, I cut you off.
Yeah.
Like, I don't play that shit, man. And so for me, when I was single and when I was out there,
because you have an abundance mindset, but you're talking to guys, and what I'm referring to is guys that don't have that. You can tell that girl, I ain't got no time for you because you got somebody lined up right away. You already have that.
It's not even that. It's not wait, Phil. It's not even that. It's not me having someone on the side or lined up. I could be single where I'm not seeing anybody. But if I feel like, hey, she's not giving me any energy, where I feel like, you know what, I cut my losses and keep it moving. Dude, my thing is I'm too busy to entertain bullshit. If I'm making the time to call you and yet you want to say call me back in 5 minutes, I'm not gonna call you back. You call me back. Because honestly,
you're still coming from a mentality that you've already dealt with that. The guys we talking about, they don't have that. This is a one shot only opportunity.
I mean, I don't know, man. I just feel like we overcomplicate things. If you just be genuine with your intentions, and that's the thing too. A lot of guys feel like they got to use game to get between the legs. You really don't. Just let them know straight up, man. Like, hey, listen, I'm not looking for a relationship. I just want to have a good time. What's up? Are you down? Yes or no? No? All right, keep it moving. I don't need to lie to you to get what I need. I'm going to tell you straight up because guess what? I don't got time to try to figure out what I said to you yesterday when it was a lie. I ain't got time for that, man.
Yeah. It's a lot of
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at the chat.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I was a hoe back in the day. I was a big hoe back in the day. I was fucking laying them down left and right.
I just feel like
did somebody kick him off? I didn't kick him off.
No, I just put him in the back chat and told him cool down for a minute. He didn't want to hang around. But
my tour guide, she's just my tour guide. You can imagine
you can come back up. Like I said, just keep it under control, brother.
She had a lot of
Nobody hating on
she
you.
had hundreds. She had hundreds of. I've seen hundreds of guys on her. She just like overwhelmed. And the number one complaint she said was every guy wants to placate to me. They're putting me on a pedestal I don't want to be on. And she's like, I'm just a human being like everybody else. And it's because she would talk about these guys. She would tell them what her type is. They go out and say, I like a nerd. She'll come back to the same guy the next day. He'll come back with a suit, a tie, a bow tie, with some glasses that he never wore the day before. And so they would try to play these games. They would try to, in a way, trick her. And she's just like, I can see through it, but it would disappoint her because she's expecting something authentic from a man who's just himself. He's not trying to mold himself to be something that he thinks she wants him to be so he can get what he wants from her, because it doesn't last. So they have these issues. And so she come across me and the first thing she said, you just cool. You're not like everybody. I said, I'm still a man. Like, you still attractive, but I don't feel a need to hound on you, because when I leave from here, I'm talking to 2, 3, 4 other women who are very beautiful, just as beautiful as she is, just as smart as she is. So that's my, I guess, the abundant mindset. I don't need to have this, so I don't need to have game to employ it. It's either you like me for who I am or you don't. And to this
But
day,
Joe, I'll use another analogy. The best time to get another job is when you already have a job. If they just said, you know what, if you was part of the federal government, we laying you off right now. You start like in 2008. I don't know if you was around at that time when they started letting everybody off. Dudes was like, look, man, I know I got a master's degree, but I'll take this job at McDonald's. You couldn't play the hard game because you had to go for what you know. And I'm using that as an example to say there's guys out there that don't have that choice. And that choice, women can see that desperation in them. And so when you do not have that desperation, when you say, man, look, I have options, then that becomes like, well, why are you passing me up? Because like you said, everybody is trying to get to that girl. The one she's looking at is the one that's not paying her any attention. And I know we had Just John. He even said that yesterday. He was in class and a girl walked up to him. So everybody might have been trying to talk to her. And he was the one that wasn't talking to her and wasn't paying any attention. And that became intriguing to them. Why isn't this person giving me any attention?
So she purposely walked and bumped into him and did the old school dropping something so that he had to turn around and help her pick it up.
Oh, that happens a lot.
Yeah.
That happens a lot. If a girl really likes you and it's like, that's where it's easy. And the guy's he's not even conscious he's doing it. When that happens, that's not even a game. She's genuinely not paying attention to her. He's genuinely minding his own, but he's genuinely doing other things. And she's curious and she comes into his vicinity. It's like, oh, where you come from? And then things happen. But it's when he has his eyes focused on the wrong things. He's not focused on him building himself. He's always focused on ass. Like, if he takes his mind off ass for just half a minute, then the woman will come around to him and offer it to him. So it's a mindset shift. It's an energy shift too as well. Because I ain't gonna go there, but I'm gonna let it ride right there.
No, when I was in school, my best advertisement was chicks that hated me. I remember this chick hated me. She's like, girl, I wouldn't talk to him if I was you. He'd be getting all them chicks and he'd be doing that. And the first thing that girl thought was, man, I didn't have to approach her. She approached me because she was so curious. Why this girl hating on him? Why are all these other girls interested in him? It was my advertising. And I was like, girl, you thought you was going to stop me. You actually just helped me. I appreciate it.
Word of mouth.
Yeah.
What they say, all publicity is good publicity.
It's good publicity, boy. She helped me out with that one. So they helped me out.
Yeah, man.
So America Talk Live, the link is pinned to the top of the chat. Just hit it. Anybody's welcome to come up to the panel. Like I said.
I think if more guys just dress cool, like stop watching porn, stop jacking off, go outside the house, clean themselves up, then it's much simpler than all the dating red pill advice that they put on. And I've seen it, and it's entertaining. But I'm like, guys actually take this advice seriously, and they try to implement it in the real world, and they wonder why they struggling with results, and they come back online and they complaining, this woman this woman that, they're not giving you a time of day. You haven't really given yourself the time of day. You're so focused on women that you don't focus on yourself enough for them to then focus on you. That's the
Right.
whole point of putting them on a pedestal. It's not even just talking to them, it's the energy. If you're focused on the woman so much, she's going to know it, she's going to feel it. I don't have to say, I'm focused on you. I don't have to do game. She can feel it. Oh, that's off. I don't even know how to describe it. They can feel it. It's hard to game out of that system. You can learn how to do it, and it takes men sometimes years to do it, to trick that system, to gamify it. But I've learned it's a lot simpler to save my time, learn how to make money, learn how to build myself, and develop, go closer to God, and all these other develop things that actually fulfills me. And so I don't have to put in all that time and effort and sometimes money that they're spending on courses on how to talk to girls and just be authentically myself, because who's for me is going to be for me. Who's not is not going to be for me. And I'm okay with that, because how many women are on this planet? Like 3 billion or so.
So that's in a sense, I don't want to call it game, but that in a sense is game. You looked out for yourself. You got yourself together. You're in shape together. Your money together. You actually increased your value. You increased your marketplace value by doing that. And that made you attractive to other people around you, because they looked at you like, well, he smelled good, he looked good, and he's talking intelligent. He just increased. A lot of guys don't have that. I was watching something, I know y'all don't like the fresh and fit thing, but I was watching some show that he was on today. And he was saying the more complaint that he got from women are men stink. Like their hygiene was off. Like they don't know how to take care of themselves anymore. And I know men, they don't know cologne. They don't even know how to wash. They don't know nothing about no wipes. They don't know how to dress. They never seen an iron. So a lot of times these guys just, I don't know if it's just they getting raised by single moms and they didn't tell them how to bathe themselves and take care of themselves. But if y'all remember, I think there was a thing where Usher said he was with the older lady and he got out the shower and she put him back in. It was like, you don't know how to bathe yourself correctly. So he had to get tired. Oh yeah, let me see if I can find that clip.
Jesus. I don't know if I would have said that publicly, but
yeah, he did too much.
That's crazy.
Buck, are you still there? Did you dip off? Buck be getting on panels and falling asleep, bro.
Man, a lot of guys don't even know they don't have to be all dressed to the nines either. There's so many times I go out with just sweatpants, looking like a bum, sometimes on purpose. Just like, let me see if I still got it, and not say anything, because I ain't no way I'm gonna get no girls looking like this. And I'm like, I'm looking all kind of messed up. Beard's all unshaped, hair's all wild like a buck wild man, like buckwheat. The sweatpants is dirty, it's not even clean. But hey, look, they're stopping and I'm like, okay, so it seems like a lot of the stuff I'm just doing for me. So it's got to be something energy. I don't know what that energy is. I don't know if it's a mindset, energy. You can call it game. I can't even put like logical words to what it is, but I just figured it's probably something to do with our energy. And
it's your energy and the way you carry yourself. I mean, there's a thing that says you can carry yourself in a room and own the room, depending on how you walk in it. And you just draw attention to you. But a lot of guys don't even know about that. I don't
know how do you teach? Because that's the way to make their life easier. I don't even know how I would be able to teach something like, unless they like around me and they can mirror me. They can just.
Somebody said it earlier that you either got it or you don't. Some things you can't teach.
I think it's an awareness thing too, because a lot of people don't really. A lot of people will be like, "Oh, I'm not spiritual. I don't believe in energy." Now, I don't think it's something that you have to believe in. It's something that we all are in.
You can come back up, True. Come on back up, brother. Sorry about that. Go ahead. STX, or was that Joe that was talking? Sorry.
STX.
No, I was just saying that a lot of people will say, "Oh, they're not spiritual. They don't believe in energy transfer and stuff like that." But I've always been like the guy that's been like very nonchalant, but that's just because that's who I am. And then women will be like, "Oh, who's that? Who's that guy?" And I'll be with a group of other guys, and they'll be like, "Oh,
America, where'd you go?"
Well, just all over the world. I'm in Medellin right now, but like just everywhere. It's just who I am. So I'm naturally like to myself more, but it's just who I am. And then women will pick up on that energy. Oh, he's not trying to get my number. Why is he not trying to get my number? Why is he not doing this? And then they'll like literally mid conversation with my friends or guys I'm with. Oh, who's this guy?
Mm-hmm.
While they're talking,
it's a solid energy.
Half the chicks already know who you are when you walk in the room. They're gonna figure out who you are.
Before
They gotta
you know
talk
they exist.
around you before they even approach you. They already gonna know your breakdown.
I mean, I'm sure most of us have been in situations where I've had women, it would creep me out. Oh yeah, I've seen you before you even. I'm like, okay, I'm seeing you for the first time. How long have you seen me? Oh yeah,
Exactly.
2 hours ago. I'm like, what the fuck? And they'll stalk the man that they want, and then they'll
Mhm.
kind of like get around to you coming aware to it. Oh, this is my first time seeing it, but this whole time they've been planning and plotting. So it's supposed to be them planning and plotting. If you're planning and plotting, you're doing too much as the man because you have to have that solidness, that centeredness. That's the masculine energy that it can't be taught. You can imitate it. You can do the things that a masculine man would appear to do. But I don't know if I have game. Honestly, I don't know how to get the gab, but yet they'll feel charmed. How are you charmed by me just saying hello? Because I'm not doing anything special. I'm not gassing you up. I'm not even calling you beautiful, which is what a lot of guys call game, and they do. I'm not doing none of that. Sometimes I just look at them. Oh my, you're so charming. I didn't do anything. What are you charmed about? I don't know. It's just something about. I'm like, okay, dope. So it's an energy thing. When it boils down to it, yes, the clothes and things like that. You build up your physique. That builds up your masculine energy. But I don't know. It's just something I've always known since I was 11th grade. So unfortunately, you're right, Fearless. I guess they get to a certain age, they don't know how to have that natural thing that all of us have. But at some point in time in their life, they lose it, or they never had it, or they never had someone to emulate, so they can then understand. Oh, I just have to be this way. I don't have to act this way. So then they grow up their whole life trying to act the way that they see men like myself, or like you, Fearless, or like Ronan, or all the men on this panel are trying to be like. And so they go to red pill channels, not here, because this is the truth. They go to red pill channels. They go to all these other people who are telling them all these external things. This is what you have to say. This is what you have to wear. This is how much money you have to have. But I've been broke. I've been broke as a joke, and be like, how am I getting this kind of money? It's because I don't care that they're making all this money more than me. It's because I don't care how beautiful they are. It's because they're still human beings to me. They piss, they shit, they eat like me. But I'm not, it's just a mindset. It's an energy. When you're solid in your frame, in your masculine energy, it's just so much easier than trying to put on the front, or put on the mouthpiece, or put on the game. But more power to the men who do it, because sometimes I'm like, damn, I wish I could just randomly approach a woman and do all that. But I'm so spoiled. I just let them. I see the one that likes me, and I like her, and that's it. Versus me trying to make things happen and let me get on a couple of days and let me smooth in. That's too much work. Too much work.
Facts. All right, American Talk, you back. What's going on, brother? You seem like you were motivated from the chat.
I was very motivated. In fact, I'm quite motivated and stimulated from the.
Oh, wait a minute, pause. Anyway, no. Go ahead.
That I've heard this your evening on this show. I got to say, you had an all-star lineup, man. Really did. And the earlier show that you had with O2O and Old Krusty, y'all are creating some great content. I know the view count might be down and all that kind of stuff, but it doesn't matter. Just keep doing your thing and live your passion, brothers. I want to talk about game.
All right.
But I want to set the floor, and no one answered this question just yet. I'm just curious.
Didn't know there was a question table.
Well, y'all set the table. Y'all had chicken and chitlins and.
Go ahead and set the table. Go ahead.
All right. I want to ask a question just to set the table, perhaps a tone in the conversation about body count.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be specific. Don't need the nitty gritty, but I'm curious because one of the things I've observed, and I mentioned earlier when I was on about men being able to sow their royal oats in their youth, and as they get older, some of the risk they'll take. Someone made a comment about this. Man, you old, you're going to die anyway. I'm interpolating their comment. go ahead and have some fun without a gym hat on. Yeah, I'm not doing that.
What's the
I
question?
mentioned quality of life.
Yeah, he take a long time. It's Alzheimer's, man.
Yeah, he's
I'm falling
cooking.
asleep here,
He
man.
he
My
gotta
energy's going
cook.
down.
Land the plane.
I'm waiting for this flashbang to ignite. So
That's a
body
slow
count.
ass flashbang.
Well, yeah, you guys are military. I'm not. So, but that would be a question I like to pose to the panel. But let's talk about games.
You didn't ask the question. We don't know what the
Thank
question
you.
is.
That's what I
Your
said earlier.
Alzheimer's,
I didn't
man.
I didn't know there was a.
You friggin' troglodytes didn't hear the question. The question is body count. I want to lay that out on the table.
What about
body count? Is not a question.
What? That's not a question. What is the question about body count?
And how that
And we're all waiting.
Affects a man's willingness to go and, seek love beyond the current borders. I'll come back to that. But I want to get back to game. It's a two-piece.
Fuck.
I got a biscuit with it too.
No. You didn't
You
get the
just
first
said
question
10
out.
minutes of something that you just
About
didn't even
body
complete the
count, and then you said, "Well, I'm going to come back to that." Dude,
It's
this
like,
is
I wanna
not
talk-
questions panel.
I wanna
What
talk
do you
about
want to
the
know
count.
about body count?
My apologies. I want to know if you brothers are willing to talk about the concept of body count, because I see we got Black Man Travels, and he talking about all this game. You got all these traveling brothers.
This is how it sounds.
Pose the question.
You have not posed. It's like I want to talk about the concept of women. Okay, what are we talking about? I don't want. What about women?
Did you say winning or women?
Oh my
Like
God,
women.
you're missing the point. He's even trying to make about you posing a question.
I'm posing a question. Are you black men willing to talk about body count?
Yes, just ask the
what about
question
body
though.
count?
What about the question? What is the question about body count?
So I'm going to assume that's a yes. Now, Joe, I got to say, brother, you've been kicking some real raw game tonight.
Can you ask the question and stop giving compliments?
Can I start with you,
damn.
Roman? What's your body count? Well, that's the question. Let us move on. We'll come back to you. Fearless, what's your body count?
Man, in college I was over 100, and I stopped cutting after that. I couldn't keep track because
Joe,
I had girls that I didn't know their names. I had to go with situations
Whatever.
and girl in the back seat and this girl from
It's a simple
that.
question. No. Would you care to answer that question? If
I'd
not,
say about
do not.
200. I'm at 200.
Wow, that's a lot. They dwarf me by at least. I don't do the whole sleeping around thing. I never did, although I've had opportunity to do so. So for me, 4, just relationships.
Black man travel.
So nothing crazy.
You don't need no game. Black man travels. Flashbang.
A lot.
He said a lot. He gonna leave
You
it.
just gonna leave it a lot, like 200 or above, or just a lot.
I mean, undergrad, graduate school, work, travel, trade shows. Shit, man.
STX.
It's
Let
a
us
lot.
move on.
It's a lot.
STX. Are you still with us?
I don't keep count, so I don't have a number.
That's a safe way to say it.
He took the 5th.
I think,
But-
hey guys,
But what is the point about it? Where you beat
I don't
on
understand.
this
I don't
point?
understand.
Y'all
What
talk
does it
about
matter?
body count on women. I'm here to stir the pot. Yeah, poke
But
the
here's
bear.
the
Y'all
thing,
talk
okay.
about body count on women. So,
Okay, so-
all bodies aren't created equal.
Right. Women are not built to have multiple partners like that, where men are built to have that. Obviously, we're carrying all the kids. We're carrying the load. All they're
I know
built
y'all.
to
I know
do.
it's y'all show, but that's so unfair. I hadn't
All
gotten
women
to
are built to do is carry the seed that we plant in them. That's all they're built to do. They're not
This is going to
there.
tie back to the team. I promise you, if you allow me. Can we get to Buck? I'm looking for a parking space.
Buck might be asleep.
I think he is.
Yeah, he ain't gonna answer. Go ahead.
You're saying it's hypocritical for men who have high body counts essentially to expect lower body counts of women. Is that kind of what you're getting at?
Yeah.
Yes, my brother. Joe?
Yeah.
You have
Okay,
a channel?
is it hypocritical, Richard, for me to make 6 figures and expect a woman to make 6 figures? Because that never happens. A woman always says, "I want a man that makes more." So why can women be? Or why can a woman be hypocritical and say that I want a man that makes twice as much as me to be stronger than me? That's hypocritical. We're not the same.
Interesting.
Why are you laughing, Joe?
No,
because I made sense.
I like Fearless. It's a lot.
I mean, here's the thing: you're putting men and women on a level playing field, and they were never created equal.
And what you got to understand, Richard, is we are not symmetrical. We're asymmetrical. That means what I want from a woman is, in a sense, opposite of what she wants from me. If I have a high body count, my wife wouldn't look at me and say, "Man, I'm mad at you have a high body count," because those are not the attributes.
She would, Fearless.
Those,
Yes.
I'm letting you know. I'm married. I'm telling you, those are not the attributes. Those are not the questions that she asked. Her questions were, how can you provide? Are you educated? A woman, what you got to understand, a woman looks at a man's future. A man looks at a woman's past. We're asymmetrical. What we desire from a woman is the entire opposite of what they desire from us. That's why when we say, I don't care about how much money she makes, because usually a woman makes money and that becomes her money. And it doesn't matter how much money she makes, because you know what? I can work with a woman that makes the same amount as me monetarily, and she still expects me to pay on the first date. She still expects me to pay the majority of the bills, even though we make the same amount.
Brilliant observation.
They want you to be taller. They want you to be stronger. They want you to be
Correct.
better than them in some ways, even if they don't admit it. Even just the height thing. I want to look up to a man. It's not just physical. It's also literal and not metaphorical, but literal, and you know what I'm saying. In other ways in life, financially, mentally, spiritually.
And let me ask you. Correct. Let me ask you a question. If I got with a woman and I was awkward in bed, she would find that unattractive. If a woman got with me and I was awkward in bed, I didn't know my way around, I was clumsy, I was like a virgin, I didn't know anything, she would find that unattractive. If a man was with a woman and she didn't know anything, we would find like, oh man, she has no experience. That's great. Now I can show her. So we're entirely different. A woman doesn't find a virgin man attractive. They find a virgin man, there's something wrong with him.
I have some pushback on that. I'll wait my turn.
Go ahead. No, I'm finished.
I asked this question on this panel before, and when I bring up the issue of body count, and I've got some other flashbangs in my duffel bag to throw as well as some of the gentlemen who have spoken tonight. But are you telling me, and I've asked this question before on this panel, are you telling me if you told, not you, Fearless, and this is not a direct question to anyone, if you really admitted to a woman you're about to marry that you had over 200 sexual encounters, do you think she would not look at you differently if you had fewer encounters?
No, because that doesn't. If you say that, then why would a woman look at a man like Future, Usher, Drake, all of them guys that's highly sexually active and still get with them? It doesn't mean anything to a woman.
That's a good question, but
matter of fact, I have not watched this. I don't know what.
I have pushed back.
You're
not. But if you're not Future, Drake, Lil Wayne, and you're the average guy, which was a topic last night, you're telling me as an average man, and you might be a high earner and a Kevin Samuels level type dude, you're telling me that if you told a good woman like Georgia, before y'all were about to jump the broom, that I've slept around the world, I was in the military, I paid for play, and I've had over 200 women, you think that woman wouldn't look at you sideways?
I've told you, and maybe you weren't on here, when I was working and in the job and in school, I had a few women that tried to hate on me. They like, girl, you don't want him. He a hoe. He out there. And you know what those women did? They were attracted to me. They wanted to find out about me. They wanted because what that did was actually increase my sexual prowess to say, man, these other women are attracted to him. And I've gave this analogy, I don't know how many times, and maybe you don't understand, so I'll give it again. Have you ever gone to, I was at the fair one time, at the fair here. There was 2 booths. One was selling like some barbecue. The other was selling some barbecue. I knew neither one of these places. One was a long line. The other had nobody in line. Do you know which line I went to? The one that had a whole bunch of people in it. That seems weird, but because I went there, because I'm thinking, man, it's
got to have better food.
Yeah, everybody's standing here. Got to be good food. Right. That's what women do. Women say, if other women are desiring him, I want him too. When I am with my wife, you know how many other women try to talk to me, look at me, that she can see way before me. She's like, that woman looking at you. I'm like, what woman? I don't even see nobody. She's been looking at you since you came in. Because my wife is attractive, and she knows that. We've been out places, and I remember we were at a resort, and I walked to get something to drink, and a woman tried to come on to me, and I was like, yeah, I'm married. By the time I got back, she was with my wife saying, Karen is Sharon. Like, I'm willing to work with both of y'all right now. Not even in this.
Here's the first thing. I got a couple questions for you, Richard. One, how many women have you met that didn't expect you to already be experienced? Richard.
I'm here.
How many women did you meet that didn't expect you already to be non-experienced at all? Or did they expect you to already have experience? And then did they actually literally ask you what your body count was?
I've had lots of girls ask me my body count.
I've never had one woman in my life ask me my body count. Not one.
You ain't as pretty as me, homie. I was young and pretty when I was your age.
But they probably asked your body count because you ain't know what you was doing in the bed. They're like, well, how many women you been with?
Thank you. I ain't never had a woman ask me my body count in my life.
When a woman asks you, oh, you probably been with a lot of women, it's satire. Like, she wants you to say something, but as a man, you're not going to respond to that question.
Please allow me to address the question. This is the thing about game reason I came back up. I wanted to put a little game summary on this piece that y'all are doing tonight. I've had a lot of women ask me that, a lot of them throughout my life, right? And the joy of sex with a lot of those women was the discovery part. Now, if you guys watch a lot of porn and think that you figured out the stroke, then that's what y'all work on. Me, the joy of those women was us discovering each other. What do you like?
Have to do with the conversation that we're having?
You are a troglodyte, Roman. My point being that there's a finer point to those sexual interactions we've had as grown men now throughout our lives. And if you were to really look back to those physical experiences with those women, you'll see that there is no it's like golf. No one really masters golf. And so you aren't going to be the best sex date ever had in the beginning, and especially towards the end. The women are not as simplistic as I hear. And the reason I joked about it, and with all due respect, it's just a joke, call you guys knuckle draggers, is women are way smarter and way more subtle in their wisdom than men are. I posted in the chat, and I'm going to put it in park. I just found a parking space. I posted in chat, a woman can look up longer than a man can look down. Did anybody see that? Does anybody understand what that means?
Look up. Explain it.
Why?
Does anybody need an explanation?
I do.
Does anybody?
Yes, I have a question. I have a question to segue. Does a woman body count matters to you guys?
That's a good question.
I don't ask.
Can I answer first?
Make it quick, please. Make it quick.
Not to none of these.
I'm trying to stay up. I'm really trying
they're
to
all
stay
pay
up.
for play. Not to these dudes on the panel tonight.
with my present company excluded. All these guys have done pay for play. So of course, body count don't matter.
No.
Are we talking about relationships or just sex?
I mean, okay, all right. You know, if let's say you have an interest.
Oh, then no. If I'm in the
Hey,
long-term
next time
relationship
around,
with
I
one,
need admin rights, man. I need admin rights next time around because I need to control this shit, man. Hey, what about you find a girl you have an interest in? Does her body count matters?
it matters to me.
It matters. And even if I don't think about the question that you're asking, it's almost like it's a subconscious thing. So it's like I'll get around to it, like questions that seem innocuous. So when's the last time you been with a guy? When's the last time a man made love to you? But I don't think about it till after, like, why did I ask that question? Because it does matter to me. So I think any man who says it doesn't matter, a lot of those men who say it don't matter, I found out
But is it more of an ego thing? Isn't that more like an ego stroke thing for you to know?
Is it an ego
No, because I think there's a lot of biological factors that go into having multiple sexual partners as a woman.
Microterminism, DNA gets trapped in a woman's uterus. Every
Yeah,
woman,
but you know
every
what?
man
She
he
can-
sleeps with, and all this other shit.
Wait.
I
Hold
understand
up.
all that.
But come on, guys. We live in the real world here. She could fucking lie to you and say, I only been with 4 guys.
Thank you.
True.
Yeah, but see, past behavior is the best predictor of
Crazy
future
is crazy, man. I know girls who freaking crazy after one dude. That's it. And they fucking insane.
Yeah,
So,
but then
like-
you talk about probability and possibility. And
Which
then
is the reason why a lot of I'm sorry.
No, the reason Dave Chappelle talks about the bottom bitch because women only have so many miles they can do and go through so much trauma. The more trauma they go through, the more problem it is. And I gave this example before. The reason people ask you for your resume is because they want to know how your work history is, because your work history is a predictor of how you will be in the future. And so I think how someone acts in the past may be a predictor. Does that mean that every woman that was out there is going to be different? No, but I got to go with the laws of averages. I got to go with the probability and not the possibility.
But do you guys but do you guys ask that question? Because I never asked that question in my life.
You don't have to ask that question, but you can find out from their behavior how they act, the things that they do.
Like I said,
and
I've met some
kind of
crazy. I met some crazy people, particularly crazy women who did not have a past, a heavy past. So, does that even play a role?
Well, is it so much about body count, or is it about the nature of the men that they've been with in their past? So if they've been with, I guess you can call them bad man, then it's going to affect their personality, which makes them crazy. Whether they have one man that in their past that did it to them, and it was the first one, or it can be their 50th. Because that's what the past I'm more so looking at is the nature and character of her that will have had an effect on her based on who she dated, who she slept with.
Correct. The damage and toxicity from those prior relationships.
So it does matter to you guys. Then it does matter.
Not the body.
And you ask that question. You ask her, "Hey, how many people you slept with?" And she will tell you the truth.
Never ask that question.
I never in my life asked that question, man.
I don't
never
ask that question. This is something that just came up on the internet. I don't know anybody that grew up in Gen X that asked a fucking woman her body count.
No.
When the fuck did that shit start?
I never asked.
Stop fucking lying. If you were born around my age, you never asked a woman her body count, and she never asked you.
Yeah.
This shit just fucking started.
I have been asked, Ronan. I've been asked by a lot of women.
Richard, I'd never been asked by a woman how many girls I slept with.
Because you ugly.
Radically different. Like I've never had. I've had hundreds. He's had hundreds. I've never been asked.
Who said that, Joe?
Yeah, it's just y'all have two totally different experiences. I mean, if black man saying he hasn't, you saying you have, and y'all have had a lot of women, then it's like a stalemate in a way, isn't it?
But here's the thing, Joe. I think what happens is, and I have to categorize it. If it's a chick that I'm just trying to get with, I don't care how many. I don't care if she was with somebody yesterday. It don't matter to me. It's not somebody I'm trying to settle down with. It's not someone I'm trying to be serious with. So her past is really irrelevant. You know,
let me blow your fucking mind real quick. Let me do this for you. What if you had one chick and she slept with maybe 2 dudes, but the dudes that she slept with each of them over 1,000 fucking times? Who gives a fuck?
Thank you.
All right, so Ronnie.
Oh my God.
And she did it once.
She only slept with 2 though.
Yeah.
Look, you know what? Just to piggyback,
I guess
what
I would be
Roland
better
said-
with that. I would be better with her sleeping with 2 dudes 1,000
Exactly.
times than with 1,000 dudes one
man.
time.
Exactly.
But the thing is, guys,
But
you will
it's still
never know.
penetration, and she still did it.
You will never
Look.
know. You will never know the truth. You will never know how many guys.
She ain't gonna never tell you the truth,
and
in the
she's
first
not gonna tell you the truth. Because guess what? Because your fragile ego is gonna get hurt by it.
And she already knows that, especially if she's experienced. She's never gonna tell you the truth.
But then why would women then go out of the way?
You don't
if
think
it-
you can tell the difference between a girl who has sex with 2 men or 200 men?
If the
I
dude
can.
taught her right, no, you're not gonna be able to tell the difference. He's
I
gonna teach
can.
her every which way he wants her to know how to have sex, and then she's
Y'all
gonna
can't-
want to explore. So no,
Is that
if
what
you had a woman that you slept with 1,000 times, she gonna know every fucking trick in the fucking book because you taught her, because you desired it. So by the
And by
time
the
you
time
sleep with
you-
her, she gonna seem as experienced as anybody else, even
And
though
by
it's
the
only been
time
2
you-
people.
And by the time you knuckle draggers meet her, you're not going to be able to impress her because I've done it all.
Well, you know what? Look, I'm gonna call out the bullshit here.
Oh
I'm gonna
my
call out.
God.
I'm sorry. I'm
Please
gonna call out
do.
the bullshit. Here's the thing, and I agree with Roland completely. You guys will bitch about how a girl can't suck a dick because she doesn't. Because again, she's new to it. But you'll complain that she's not good enough, then go cheat on her with a girl that knows how to suck a good dick.
That's crazy.
No, I'm gonna
crazy
teach
word.
Wait. So
Who said that? Who
That's
said
rational.
crazy?
That's rational behavior.
you see, but that's the thing. It's like, okay, you guys want this pearly white experience, but then again, you will complain about it and go out and cheat on that person. Oh my God!
I mean, but we do
What I
love
do,
hope.
no,
It's
what
just-
I've done, no, what I've done is I've taught the people. Just like I
Thank
can say a
you.
person don't know how to cook, but it's like I don't know how to cook. No, I want you to cook
You're
my
from
way.
a different generation.
I don't
We're
care how
talking
you
about
cook
the
it.
younger generations. Like you guys,
Yeah.
because again,
Yeah.
our generation, we never talked about body count. We never did. It's just this somehow this became a hot topic. And I'm like,
Look, I think
why?
one reason we didn't have to talk about it was, I mean, it was hoes.
Women were more chaste.
Yeah, they was hoes.
Or
but
so
they-
you
still
thought.
sleeping
Or
around,
so
man.
you thought.
Shit.
Or so you
And that-
thought they were more
Women
chaste.
my age, they hoeing. Like,
Man, dude, in the 90s, what? The 90s, man, they were all over the place, man.
yeah, but they hoeing for money. Like today, they hoeing just to be hoes. It's different today. Like they just doing this shit.
Yo, they all got 2 phones. They all hoes. Let me just say that.
I mean, guys, you have to understand, women love sex as much as men, probably even more than men.
And they're even more liberated today than they ever
And
been.
and they're more liberated, and they're not shamed for taking action. And I'm not going to shame somebody if she wants to do that. That's her business. But the thing is it's like, you know, why this is so important to you as a man. Is it more of an ego stroke thing, or like what is it? Because like this is one thing I noticed about a lot of guys. They'll have a good ass woman, everything, but yet he'll complain about, hey, the sex is not good. She doesn't do this, she doesn't do that. But then again, go find a pro to get those services done. Why won't you just
Instead
have
of
that with
teaching
your
her.
wife?
Yeah.
like you said, they liberated. I want to be liberated, right?
And be single.
But like I said, the women that had the one guy that did it 1,000 times, like Fearless said, he's going to teach her every different way that he likes to have it done. So by the time he gets done with those 1,000 times, she's perfect for him and everything he wants. So she slept with 2. Now the next guy, he teaches her 1,000 different things, and maybe some of them the same. Maybe there's a little couple tricks that are different. By the time she gets done with those 2 guys, you ain't gonna be able to tell the difference.
But most guys don't ask that dumbass question, man. I think
But that's what I'm saying in the first place.
it's a
That
hot
shit
topic.
just started.
Can I bring some raw stats to that 1,000-time analysis that you've given us? Analogy. It's not analysis, but analogy. If you were to have sex 1,000 times in a 12-month period, you'd be having sex 83.33 times a month.
what if it's a 5-year relationship? Why are you just limiting it to 12 months?
Well,
what
so
if you dated the guy for 5 or 10 years and broke up with him?
We can
They've had a lot of sex.
We can extrapolate that math, and I'm sure you dated women who've been married before and probably got, had sex 83 times a month.
Hey, once a chick has a baby, man, y'all give the fuck up. God damn.
I wasn't
She's
finished.
never gonna be tight again unless she had the mommy makeover. What the fuck are y'all tripping over?
All right, so I don't.
I think it's the ego thing. I think y'all worried about the dude that stroked her before you. Listen. I think it's an ego thing. I think you guys are worried about the dude that stroked her before you, maybe having a bigger dick than you.
That's all it is, Ronnie. That's all it is. That's all it is.
I think it's more
Real
so.
talk. That's what I think it is. Anything
love.
other than that, y'all are fucking petty as shit.
Impossible. Let me stop.
Well, men are pettier than women when it comes to the sexual body
Not
count
really.
issue.
No, not.
And,
not
and women are pettier,
emotionally
and women
mature
are
men.
pettier than men when it comes to your financial status. Women are more pettier than men when it comes to financial status.
But Fearless, men don't want that virgin type woman. Come on, let's just keep it real.
Yeah,
Most
I was
men
going to
don't.
ask y'all.
They don't want that shit. They want that fucking woman that could do monkey backflips on the dick. That's what they want, man. So it's just like,
Yo,
guess
who
what?
taught her that? Who taught her that, black man child? Who's got that? Come on, who
The
taught
other
her
man
that?
that she was with, and that's the thing,
Thank you.
and that's why it's just it's a walking contradiction here, man. It's like, okay,
By the time
body
y'all
count.
get to her, I taught her that. Y'all remember Cuddy from Dead President?
Okay, Richard.
But the
you
thing
got
is,
them all.
but the thing is, like, you moved on. It's like, yo, she had a past. She was with other guys, okay. But to ask that question and harping on it, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I
So
never
let me
get it.
So here's
let's say
here's the
this.
thing.
Could-
Say you
could
like the
marry a worker.
I mean, the top person.
Hell
Wait.
no.
I mean, that's different. I mean, the type person I am, I don't attract that type of energy. So it's like, for
All
me,
right, she changed up. She was in her 20. She went on Christmas break.
I don't know.
For a couple
I mean,
years, and
if
then
she
changed up.
that's an extreme case. That's an extreme case. I don't know.
It is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
I will add this real quick that you can say there's an ego thing. I think of it more so from what would stop me from having those body count numbers that I was on the track to getting, and that was just so obvious to me to take advantage of. It was just something outside of myself. So I mean, y'all might hate that I bring up the spiritual thing, but this is at a time where I didn't even believe in a God. So God was not in the picture when a woman is throwing herself at me and she's making it easy. She's bowing down before me, just taking it because I know you want it. And it's like, what is it? It would bug me. It's like, no, I'm going to do this. I want to do this. No, you should probably stick to actually finding a woman that you love and treating. It's like, where is this coming from? Because it ain't coming from me. So there was just something else stopping me. And at first I thought it was me. Like, no, I'm not afraid of doing it because I want to do it. But it was just something stopping me from doing the what Richard said earlier. They call it sowing the wild oats, because that's what was promoted. So I was on the path to doing that very easily. But it's like, I find much more fulfillment in having not just the sexual connection, but the emotional, the spiritual aspects. But it's hard to have the spiritual and emotional aspects when you disconnect yourself from having sex with so many women. And I know this because I have a friend he dwarfs your body counts. He has 700. I know it for a fact.
He ain't
He's my boy. And he told me he had the 1,000 yards. He's telling me. So
I
he's telling me these
I
stories.
said a lot. I didn't give you guys a number.
Yeah, I just what I said. I said I stopped at college. College was 30 years ago, bro. But here's the thing. But here's the thing, Joe. I will agree.
Let Joe finish. Please let Joe.
You know,
finish.
I'm agreeing with you, Joe. I'm with you. And your boy, Richard's boy over the feminist. He didn't believe me when I said this.
He's a nice
so
boy.
I will. No, he's not. He's gay. So I'll repeat this, and I will agree with you, Joe. In my opinion, and Rick James has said this. He got to the apex of sexuality. And what that meant was normal things stopped pleasing him. Normal sex to get with a woman, it wasn't pleasurable. That's why they showed where he was locking somebody up in the basement and he was doing all this crazy stuff. And that's why a lot of guys who have money and they have a lot of women, they start getting, tied up, beat, all this gang things, because at that point, normal sex no longer stimulates them. and they need something else to stimulate them. So what I said
Oh,
to
you've
your friend
never been tied
Chris,
up?
hold up. I've never been tied up.
Handcuffed?
Nah, I wouldn't. Nah, I ain't been handcuffed.
You don't know.
I gotta be the I gotta be the domineering one. But I'll say this, and this is what I said to Chris, and I will agree with you, Joe. If I had to do it all over, I would greatly limit the number of people I was with, because I think that having that connection with the one person is much more beneficial. When you do have a lot of sexual partners, you know it doesn't even become fun anymore to get them. I remember I used to date this bisexual chick, and we used to go in competing who could bring home the chick. She's like, I can bring this chick. Oh no, you can't. And so it became a game where sex became a game and an adventure. It wasn't an emotional connection anymore. So, you know, I do agree with you. And then you start to need other things to stimulate you. It's like, oh no, you know, how many toys can I use? Can I slip it in the booty hole? Can I, you know, I mean, you just start making up things because normal is no longer fun. And you know, Black Man Chapel had that ball with the with the rope on it, so we know what he about.
Hey, I mean, it's no different than when someone mentioned about watching porn. If you watch porn every single day, by the time you get next to a real woman, your shit can't get hard because you're not used to that to that stimulation. So again, it all boils down to person, man. Me personally, I never asked that question, and I never had a woman ask me if I've been with a lot of women. They always assume, but they never ask me like, how many women have you slept with? Like, never been asked. Even my wife to this day, she never asked me.
They don't care.
Can I speak to Joe?
You bring that ball and chain. They already know. You bring out the rose and you bring out them stuff. They already assume this brother.
Well, I mean, they know I'm a freak, but besides that, nah, they don't assume. They honestly, they just look forward to it. So it's like, all right.
I had a comment for Joe.
Yeah, go ahead.
Bro, I really deeply respect you, man, and some of the honesty and transparency you shared with us today. I will not assume that you're one of these mongers, these knuckle draggers who come up on this panel. I'm joking, but real talk, man. I really respect where you're coming from, bro, because Fearless really nailed it right there. And I think all of us would agree that the more access you have, I don't know about the freaky part. I'm not into that, you know, but the less you validate that other person who is the woman, because you've had so many and you had so many great experiences and you got to get your freak on. I really, Joe, I'm going to subscribe to your channel, but I really appreciate your contribution tonight because I think it was incredibly valuable. Because American men are whores and we're sluts.
Okay.
That's fine. We're whores and sluts. And our thing is our validation as American men, particularly brothers, because of the way we were bred in slavery, is to profess our sexual prowess and our physical prowess first.
That's a big line to draw.
Yeah, I know. I'm stirring the pot, poking bears. Give me a second. I almost found a parking space. But the fact that you are willing to be so transparent as to admit that, no, I was able to find my queen because I wasn't the slut that Fearless was. Even though he's married, I'm joking, Fearless. Don't get me wrong. You found your queen, bro. You got real blessed. Ronan, we've all been there. We've all had good women in our lives, but the fact that you narrowed down and didn't, waste your life sowing your royal oats is a tribute to you, my brother. That's all I wanted to say. I know I get long.
Are you talking about me? My royal oats or Joe's?
No, I'm talking about Joe.
Okay.
The fact that he didn't have to go and, spread his seed around the world to find his queen. And that's a great avatar you got there, brother. So respect to you. And you have a lot to teach us. moving forward. You do.
I appreciate
Especially,
thank you.
especially Ronan. He about to go to the Philippines.
I do want to have to correct you though on two things though. The lady in the picture, she's my tour guide. I still have contact with her, but I've been focused on my work. I would say there is a connection there, but and the second thing I want to say, so I don't want to give them pressure. It looks like we might be a couple, but we're not. But in that moment, I was like, damn, this shit, okay, cool.
No, you are. But let it happen.
Hey, man, if it happens, it happens. But she's going to be my language teacher. That's all I know. But even then, I'm still focused on my work, becoming wealthy, becoming rich, because I want to have a good life for myself and my future family. So the reason why I chose not to do the normal, I guess, whoring around, which is still, and I will say this, you say kudos to me and all that. I appreciate the compliment, but trust and believe me, I was in Brazil, okay? She was one of them. There were dozens of other women who was coming on to me. That doesn't mean I don't have that desire to throw all that God stuff out the window, because I still have to battle it sometimes myself. So I never want to come across as, oh, because I don't have the body count of other men and they didn't have the discipline, but I don't. I still don't feel like I have the discipline, because I still get tempted, and in a real way, touching, kiss, doing a lot of things, like just short of going home run. I'm like, oh shit, okay, all right. Oh yeah, I forgot about. So it still gets on me. I just don't go as far as most men do, and then causing damage potentially to the woman, but also damage to myself, because there's always a part of you that goes with each woman as much as it does for a man. Now, men, we can deal with it more. We can handle it more, because we're just naturally built in such a way we can take on more adversity. So we can handle more of the pieces of ourselves going out to different women. Women struggle with it a lot more because they're more emotional, they're more submissive by nature. So that doesn't mean that we should do it. It's just that we're more able to, but it doesn't mean it doesn't come with consequences. So that's the thing that God told me before I even knew what that was. All I knew was I want to get it in because it's thrown at my feet. So, but even now, still knowing it, I still struggle with it. I still deal with it. I still have, so I go work out. I go and say, okay, I go make more money. I still have that energy that's there. I just try my best not to misplace it into spreading my seed far and wide and planting seeds in other areas that's going to bear a different kind of fruit. The relationship I have with God, the relationship I have with my family, my friends, my business, and growing money, and my body, my physique. This is why I can be 36, but every single woman I talk to, oh, you must be 24, 25. Oh, no, but thanks. It's because I keep that energy within me and I focus it elsewhere. But I still struggle with, when I go out in public, women walking around with bikinis and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, or they coming at me. I'm like, God, man, I don't know, man. I don't think I can wait. So I'm holding out as long as I can. But
that's your power, brother.
That could fall. That could fall. I'm going back to Brazil in 2 months. And I almost acted a fool. I had to leave because I said, oh, shit, I don't think. Now here in America, I can handle it because I'm used to America. But in Brazil, it's a different thing. And I'm like, oh man, God, okay, I should probably leave and come back and regroup because I'm gonna get into some things you probably don't want me to do, but I'm tempted to do, and I'm trying my best to hold out for something I know you have for me. But man, hurry it up, bro, because so I still struggle with it, man. But I do appreciate the compliments and this ongoing journey that I'm going on, that I just try my best to encourage other men to do too.
I see Ronan huffing and puffing because he can't wait to get to the Philippines.
I can't wait. No. What do you mean? I can't wait for what?
You get to the Philippines.
You can't wait.
No, I'm beyond those games of running through a whole bunch of women. It's now quality over quantity. But you got to get to that point.
Right.
And some kids, when they're young, you gonna get it in when you can get it in. And situations I was in, hell, I was risking my life. I was in a damn war. You think I'm gonna hold out when I could die from the next mission I went on? You must be out your mind.
I'd like to get into the weeds about that because I imagine
but that's a whole nother conversation. But the whole thing is,
we're gonna have that.
You do what you do when you do it.
Military,
right?
Because Richard has this thing that the original passport bros in the mongers military. So
genius.
Well, we
Yeah,
wouldn't
we're gonna have
consider,
a
you just
special
call us veterans. You don't call us passport bros or any of that new shit. We've been here way before anybody else has been around.
But Rich, any men, but if you say that, any group of men that travel somewhere else were mongers. Christopher Columbus were mongers.
Sure. And is that why you assume that about me?
Well, no, we know you don't look good enough to be a monger. We ain't worried about you. But we're gonna have a subject on that. I think that might be one of our topics to talk about.
You're right. Most men who go and travel is because they're inspired in some way to look for the women of the land. That's really, if you're honest, is if the woman wasn't so beautiful in Brazil, no, I would not have been as motivated to go. Even though I'm doing the best I can not to sleep around, it's still a motivation. It's just there. So if Thailand was full of, I don't know, transvestites, no man would be going there. Not for the sights, not for anything else. The woman is the primary attraction, and everything else kind of follows downhill from there. So
I'm kind of reversing that.
That's what you would reverse it.
I'm reversed. I'm more about the culture, and then the women come with that.
Right.
Interesting. Okay. So you're not. So wait, you're telling me that it's all about the culture. If let's say Brazil, that's the extreme example, or Colombia, or whatever. You if you didn't have the knowledge that there's beautiful women there, you would just go there for the sights, the culture, and everything else, even if they looking like Uba Gooba or Shrek.
Why would I stop that from distracting me from wanting to go see the beauty of the country and understand the culture?
What is the beauty of the country if they're not beautiful? Because you're talking about the beauty of the country.
Would you like to go to Egypt, Joe? Would you like to see the Egyptian pyramids?
Well,
would you like to see the what is that, the skyline of Iceland in the winter where it has the
Aurora Borealis?
Yeah, would you like to see that?
The Northern Lights? Absolutely,
Yeah.
because it's beautiful. So
but what if there was ugly women there? Would you still want to go see the Sphinx?
My driving force in my life is not the fact that women are going to be there. That's a given. I go for so many other things than just the women. That's a given. I can get women here in America. I'm not starved for women. That's the whole thing. A mindset of people saying, I'm going because of women first. I mean, you're starved for a woman even in your own culture. I'm not starved for women. I date American women. I can date foreign women. It doesn't matter to me. I just happened to have a foreign woman approach me that I was attracted to. I date in America. I take sand to the beach.
Hey,
I break every goddamn rule you can possibly think of.
I want to chime in on something. I've been to several. I've been to many countries where it's not known for their women, but they were known for other things, landscape, experience, shit. So I've been to Peru. I've been to Ecuador. I didn't do anything in those countries. So my reasons for traveling the world is not for women. It never been women. Now, granted, when I was single, hey, if it falls in my lap and there's an opportunity, yes, but it was never my primary reason of going to a particular country is for a woman or to meet somebody.
And let me add to what Black Man's Travel is saying, and maybe that's why our mindsets are different. Black Man's Travel is an immigrant that came over here at a very young age, which means he's moved around the planet. Fearless is also another brother that's been traveling since he was a younger man. I've been traveling since I was 3. That's just been in my blood. Period. I'm from Puerto Rico, Bahamas. When I was a kid, my mom always had us on a plane going somewhere, experiencing different things, culture, food, everything. I was too young to worry about a chick. So if that's already ingrained in me way before any of this stuff started, passport bros, even me being a veteran, I was comfortable being in the military. Why? Because I was used to moving around the fucking planet anyway. It felt like a camping trip when I went to the field. It felt like, hey, I'm getting ready to go somewhere exotic where I was already used to doing that stuff as a child.
Respect, dude. Can you expound on that a bit?
What do you mean?
Meaning that, because I'm fascinated by the fact that I see little kids like 7, 8, 9-year-olds out here exchanging bot for their favorite candy. I never left Philly until I was a grown man. Can you expound on how you actually traveled the world at that age a little bit?
That's impressive, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, to tell you the truth, my family's been involved with the mob for a lot of years. What can I tell you? My mom
Did you
kept
say the mob?
numbers. Yes, my mom kept the numbers for a cartel or for a mob guys. They ran the numbers, and my dad was a collector on the fucking pier in Baltimore, Maryland. So we always had money. We had houses.
Baltimore is your home.
Baltimore, yes.
Your hometown?
Yes.
You know, I'm.
And do I
born and
look
raised-
like I come from Baltimore? Do I sound like I come from Baltimore? The ghetto don't have to swallow you up. You can overcome
you do,
that.
actually, Ronan, but I'm
Yeah,
born
I
and
mean,
raised-
yeah, there's a shit ton of white people that come from fucking Baltimore, and there's a reason for that. But aside for that, it doesn't have to swallow you up because you come from a certain place. You know what I mean?
That wasn't my
But-
point. I
but
just didn't know.
get it. But what I'm saying is, yeah, my family always had a edict in their mind, always wanting to go and explore the world. It had nothing to do with, oh, I'm going to see a different woman every time I get on a fucking plane. That came way after I was already an adult, you know, and it still wasn't a priority. I would pick a place because I wanted to see a certain type of particular site. The fact that the women were there, that's just a bonus.
How much did the military play into that for you, though?
What do you mean? All it did was reignite my love of travel. As a child. That's all it did was reignite my love for travel. I was already comfortable with moving around the planet. I was already comfortable with integrating into cultures.
I found a parking space. I would like to ask the panel, how many of y'all got to travel at his age?
Oh my goodness. I wish I could have.
Overseas.
Only went to Canada. Canada and back. That's right around the corner for me. So
shit. That was a drive across the Niagara Falls. I lived in upstate New York.
Oh,
that too.
Yeah, that's
I did not get a chance to travel internationally. I think that it wasn't until later. But I remember when I traveled like to Mexico, it was just you need a birth certificate. It wasn't even a passport.
It wasn't Tijuana, you nasty bastard.
No, I was traveling way before that. I just went to Tijuana. I was in my maybe 40s before I went to Tijuana. That was one of my
I
last.
just went international literally 3 weeks ago to Brazil. So international. I've been across the country. That was interesting.
The state, yeah. I mean, like I said, I was in Baltimore, Maryland, lived all the way over to California. I moved to like at least 15 states, even here in the United States. So I don't sit still.
Yeah, I couldn't go international until I found out I enjoyed traveling. And by traveling across the country, I'm not talking about hopping from plane to plane. I'm talking Route 66, like going travel. It's like, well, okay, I'm ready for the big league. So that was just 3 weeks ago for me, and I'm 36. So I envy Ronan for having. You might kind of with you it's all you've ever known.
I know I'm very fortunate.
Me,
Believe me, I do. Yeah, I know I'm very fortunate to have a
I
mother
give you
that
my-
always made that a priority in my life. You know,
My quick thing was this: I met a girl. We kicked it real tight over She went to one college, I went to another. We kicked it real tight over the Christmas break, and she was like, "I'm in the Peace Corps. I'm about to go." I didn't know what the Peace Corps was, and she left out. We had corresponded. You know, this was when it was like snail mail, and it was like it really wasn't no email. And she came back. And so I traveled for a woman with a woman for the first time. I think I went on me and my brother went to Jamaica, but when the girl came back, she kind of put me down. She was like, the thing, nothing changed with you. You're still the same. Everything is the same. And I was like, well, I need to get out. So most people went, I don't know what route they went. I went to the West Coast. So my first travel was starting off Hawaii. Then I went every Polynesian, Melanesian, Micronesia. I was in Marshall Islands. All of that, where you see black people with blonde hair and blue eyes and they natural, that's where I was at. Every Polynesian, Tahiti, Fiji, all of those, that was where I was at. New Zealand. So my first experience was all Polynesian places. So it was entirely different. I was like, wow, man, the world. And what tripped me out was this. I went to Micronesia, the Marshall Islands. What? And this is how, this is how, if you look on the map, you can't even see it. This is how I knew how influential black people were. if you ever see Tahitian rap, you like, hold up, they rapping like brothers. They was cool on hip hop, but they just changed it to their culture. I was like, man, they thought, every brother at that time was a rapper. And it was so weird to hear music from another culture, an Asian culture, because Polynesian, Asian rap music. It's like, wow, man, this is like off the chain. And that just hit a bug with me. And I realized when I came back, what she had told me, was how much she changed. And when I came back, I couldn't look at people the same. I was like, man, my experiences are entirely different. And I don't see the world in this neighborhood anymore. The world is so much bigger, so much more beautiful. It's an entirely different vision. And so that just hit me with the bug.
And I wish I had started even when Fearless did it, because even in his mid-20s, it took me until now, which some people say that's still relatively young, no kids, no wife. It's like, yeah, but damn, I wish, after having gone and tasted it for the first time, as nervous as I was like, fuck, I wish I did this at least 10 years ago.
But you know what, Joe? And it's not to cut you off, man. I think what happens is, and so my daughter is like 3 months old. We just went and get her passport a month ago. I think our parents never had the experience, so they never had to share it with us. So if you have parents that says, you know what, I don't need you to learn from National Geographics. I can take you there. Right. And I met people I never heard this term, man. They were called yachties. I was like, what the hell is a yachty? They would have yachts, like larger boats, and they would take their kids out of school for a year and a half, and they would just go from island to island on their yachts. And when you look out and you see all them yachts parked, that would be their adventure. And so their children got a chance to see stuff that we could only dream about. And so when you have that experience as a young person, if you had a girl that was traveling since she was 8 years old, her life experience is entirely different than what you can do.
Yeah. You can't
even as blacks, man. Yeah, I mean, I know black people that just who's scared to go from the east side to the west side.
Yeah.
It's like I can't get out of it. And so they can't think on how I can make something bigger. And that's how I can apply to someone like Black Man Travels. When an immigrant comes here, they've already traveled. They've already done that. And so they can look at something and say, man, why ain't y'all making money this way? Right. You can think entirely out of the box.
And every time even Joe and everybody else is on the panel, every time you left the country, one of the things that's why I encourage so many people to travel. You have such a greater appreciation for what you have here. Even though you can appreciate any culture you went to, you still understand the nuances and the changes from that culture to this one. And you start seeing the pros and cons of what America offers you, regardless if you agree with the politics or not. So why I encourage, whether you're a passport bro or anybody else listening, to grab a passport and explore the world, is so that you become a greater, smarter person about whatever advantages that you see here versus the advantages you see in other cultures. And if you feel like, and I know plenty of military guys and expats, which I will be interviewing as I travel, that decided to live overseas, even after they've risked their lives to defend this country. Why do you have so many military guys living overseas when there's such a great advantage for being in America?
Good question, Roman.
That's a good question.
There are reasons behind those things. So there are always greater whys, and that why should not be because of a woman.
I say women. So the beauty of
you should already have that built into you to conquer and explore.
Yeah, which includes the beauty and just being around women. It's just I don't fake the funk and say, oh, I'm just going there for the culture and the language.
Joe,
all of that too. But yeah, I love being around beautiful women, and they make all of that extra things I'm doing that much more beautiful and expansive. It's
no doubt.
I have a question for Joe. I have a question for Joe. I have a question for Joe. This is your first trip to Brazil, right?
Yeah, it was. You saw the Facebook post.
Yeah. This is your first city? I mean, what city did you go to?
It was Salvador Bahia.
Salvador Bahia.
Estoril. It was a small town somewhere crazy 3 hours away, but that's a whole different thing.
Did you meet anyone that you had a personal connection with there?
Virtually almost every woman that I was able to try to communicate to, because I
No,
learned
no,
very
a connection, like a one-on-one connection where you feel like, you know what, hey, I want to come back for her. Did you experience that?
it was not so much like her, it was more like just the women in general. I was only there for 2 weeks, so I didn't get to have that one person that anchors me there permanently.
No, no, no. I'm not
I,
saying I'm not saying to anchor you there, but like that person sparked your interest where, you know what, I want to come back and get to know you more. Because it seems like you have your tour guide. So my assumption when I saw you with the tour guide as your profile, I took it as this is the person you met that you want to like explore something with.
That's a good question. So if she was still there, she's not. She's in New York. So she left, weirdly enough, the same exact day I left, which was January 30th, which I didn't even know. So if I was, I'm still going back because I just love Brazil in general. Whether or not she's there or not, she's going to be in New York. She's doing her schooling. She's doing her thing. But if she was still there, it would just be more motivation to go. But I'm still going to go back because, damn, I want to learn the language. I love the way they talk. I love the food. I love the cost of living. I love being, so I'm comfortable with going to this place, even though she is not there personally. But I would say the
Okay.
anchor would probably be her. But even though she's not there, it's not like, oh, I'm not going to do anything to get back just because she's not there. So I'm going to stay here. No, I'm going to still do me. And however way things work out with her and I, if anything works out, it's cool. If not, I saw many beautiful women in Brazil that I could potentially make a connection with, but only on the condition that I learned the language. At least not fluent. I don't have to be fluent, but that's where she comes in. She would teach me how to speak her language because she's a language teacher, which I didn't know until I got there and found out. I was like, okay, cool. So she can teach me the language. So when I go back, I can make those deeper connections that I don't need the local to speak English as fluently as she does with me. Hope that answered your question.
Okay.
I have some comments for both Joe and Ronan, but I will defer because I think Fearless.
Yeah, I'm going to say this, Joe. I'm asking a question because when I look back at my time, and I just tried to grab a few things, I only heard you talk about women. When I went, but I'm saying when I went there, this is my experience. Like everything I did had nothing to do with like women. I mean, I went to see the sights. I'm there. I went hang gliding. You know, I'm doing everything that really didn't involve women. It's just my wife happened to go, but my experiences were so much outside of that. Like, so I would ask, did you go see Christ the Redeemer? Did you go to the Sugar Loaf? Did you go to, like, I did the tour for the what's that called?
He didn't go to Rio. He went to Bahia.
But all right, they still have things that you could see. Did you experience those places?
Oh yeah, that's why I did, and that's why I mentioned the Black Man Travels. There was a small city that my tour guide is actually from. She's a country girl. So I was the one that insisted that we go there. She insisted that I stay within the city limits because that's where it's safe for the tourists. The gringos is what they call us, Americanos. So I said, okay, that's cool. I want to do something different. I said, I want to go to where you're from because I come there for the local. I didn't come there just for the beaches and things like that. I enjoyed it, but I want to go into, like, I want to explore. But I can't do that unless you open up that world for me to go there. She was like, you sure? I was like, yeah, I'm sure. Let's do it. So we spent 3 days in the middle of nowhere, more country than any country place I've been in America. And I've been to a lot of country places in America, as hicky as you can possibly think of, as redneck as it can get. And I was like, no, this is country. It was just open land, open everything. You got Portuguese people walking around. You got cattle. I was like, this is what I'm here for. So I only spoke about women only because mostly that's the topic of the show. So I kind of referred to it like that's an aspect. But if I didn't have a desire to want to see Brazil and to learn her culture genuinely and not be, oh, I'm just going there for the women, then I would be honest and tell you so. But even she was
so
surprised.
Another question
that I
would be
wanted something
was
more than what that was.
how many places have you been to outside of the country?
Just one.
That's my first one. That was just 4 weeks ago.
Sometimes we get stuck, and not to say that. I mean, we go to a place and like, oh man, the experience is so much foreign to us that, and we're like, man, I got to go back there. Don't get perplexed with Brazil. Go, man. You go to other places. If you want to South America, you got Chile, Argentina, Colombia. You got places that still would have that culture. I just think we go places and we get so starstruck, because they walk around, they only wear thongs on that beach. I know, man. They got them booties, man. Ain't nothing like a Brazilian booty. That's why girls say I'm getting a Brazilian butt lift, because it's the Brazilian booty that's off the chain. And we get starstruck, and like you're saying, I want to learn this culture. The world, man, has 200 countries.
Yeah, you're right.
Don't get stuck on one.
You're right. I've thought about it. I say I probably shouldn't get. I know it's my first one. I feel like I'm like it's new to me, and it's like I want to go back. So of course, naturally that's there. But the rational side of me is just like what you said, Fearless, and I hear you. And I say, but that's still the emotional side of me is like, but I still love Brazil. And some people said I should not go to Brazil first because they say that the bar is set so high. I probably should have went to other countries.
Nah, that's bullshit.
That's what I've heard. Bullshit.
That's bullshit, man. Listen, I've been to over 40 countries, man. The thrill to travel is always there. Fearless and I, we went to Cuba of all places. And the place is not the best place to go to as a new person, and as a new person traveling, but we went there and had a great time. We met up in DR, had a great time. So don't let one country, one city stop you from exploring the world, man. There's so much to see in this planet. Don't get stuck on stupid like most guys, and they just stick to one country, and that's all. Not even one country, one city within that country. That's all they know, and they're just like, what's the whole point of you having a passport and you busting your ass to live this life you want to live, but you're limiting yourself based on an experience around women. And I think a lot of guys miss out, because I've been to a lot of countries where I had a great time, and guess what? I ain't sleep around, I ain't do shit, but I had a good time. So it's like this whole thing about traveling for women. Don't lead with that, man. And again, Brazil, there's so much more to Brazil, to Bahia. I mean, from São Paulo to Rio, to the more inland cities. But even then, there's there's Colombia, there's Ecuador, Chile, Peru, Bolivia, Argentina, there's Suriname. There's so many other countries you could go visit and experience, man. Don't get stuck on one place.
I mean, 24 countries for me, and several cities within each one of those countries.
24 countries.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because you just think about this. When somebody says, "Oh, I've been to Colombia," I think BMT may have me beat, because the one I never been was San Andreas. But you think with inside of Colombia, Bogota, Cali, Cartagena, Medellin, Santa Maria. I never been to San Andreas, the little island. That's
coming to the United States and only going to one state, and saying all of America. And each area of the United States is absolutely different.
Very different. That's true. That's a good analogy. Because I thought all America being in Michigan, I was like, oh, what's the difference? Until I went across America, I was like, oh, Idaho is very different from Nebraska and from Texas. And
I mean, honestly,
even with barbecue, man, let me tell you, Texas barbecue ain't like Kansas barbecue, ain't like North Carolina, ain't like St. Louis. They all got their own little.
Can't none of y'all cook no barbecue. Shut up. Philly barbecue.
I got my own. I got my own dry rubs. I have my own sauces. Don't play with me. I am a pit man.
Yeah, Philly got all y'all killed on that. In terms of
Philly is not even known for barbecue.
Philly not even known.
I barely even have any cattle there, let alone barbecue. What the fuck?
Here's the thing, man. They got the worst steak. They got the worst.
I used to live in Germantown.
I said Philly got the worst steak. That cheese steak is sad. I went all the way up there.
Yeah, me too. I went.
That's because you went to Geno's and you went to South Philly. Go to the hood and get a cheesesteak. You won't say that.
Same shit.
I want to bring it back to the question of
same by
Who uses that damn cheese whiz for
cheese whiz, man? That's disgusting.
Yeah, that cheese whiz gotta go, bro.
That's because y'all went to Geno's.
Well, they say with or without, so you can go without.
Hey
If you don't like
guys,
cheese, you can go
historical
without.
fact: a Philly cheesesteak is a poor man's food. It's a poor man working food.
Yeah, it was a poor man's sandwich. A sandwich.
That's it. You slab of meat, put some cheese whiz, and a bread. What kind of shit is that?
All right, so
it's good shit if you get it from the right place. I ain't gonna lie. I lived in Germantown for at least 6 years.
Chicago make better Philly
You lived in
cheesesteak than
Germantown, Ron?
Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Jersey Mike's got y'all beat.
I told you I've
Really?
been through 15 states. Literally, legitimately lived in 15 different
lived in
states.
Germantown, Philadelphia.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure.
Chicago make better Philly cheesesteak than Philly.
You saying you ain't check in?
Can I speak to the cheesesteak, and then I got this other topic about game.
There's nothing to talk about the cheesesteak. The cheesesteak is trash.
All right, so
cheese whiz. Who the hell put cheese whiz on a fucking meat?
It sounds crazy, but it works, bro.
No. I've been to Philadelphia several times. It's trash.
Not only is that the case, the fact is, if you went anywhere in Philly,
besides the football team, that city's trash.
Yeah,
Now there's a lot of traditional value in
Man, listen, I used to work out in Philadelphia. That shit trash, man.
If you went to Philadelphia and got a cheesesteak with cheese whiz, you were in the wrong area. You was in the tourist cheesesteak area. I'm not talking about cheesesteak. However, the concept of the cheesesteak and the hoagie, for your edification, comes from Hogue Island, which was a shipbuilding island in the Delaware River, where they launched many ships for World War II. And what the wives would do in the summer, it was a hoagie, and they'd pack a roll with meat and vegetables, put that in aluminum foil or saran wrap, and send your ass over to that island because you was going to be there for 8 to 10 hours. But you would have bread, meat, and vegetables on a roll. In the
Their
winter,
wives didn't care about them. They said their wives didn't love them.
Sandwich is garbage.
In the winter, it was a cheesesteak. Here's some hot meat, a roll, and some vegetables. Go get my money. Run that back. Okay, let's
that hot
go.
meat was frozen. That hot meat was frozen by the time they got it.
And that sandwich.
No, it wasn't, brother. That's what cheesesteak is. They know how to pack it.
Just like New York pizza. New York pizza is garbage too.
Damn, bro, you just trying to offend everybody up in here. That's where the smoke is, right there.
Man, New York pizza is trash, man. I've been all over New York. That shit's trash as well.
Yo, any New Yorkers up in here?
They can't say nothing. They can't compete with a Chicago pizza at all.
New York
New York pizza is trash. It will not compete with a Chicago pizza.
Pizza Uno's pizza, deep dish pizza sucks.
Chicago pizza is not known for their deep dish, man.
He has no American palate. You're Haitian, bro, right?
He just better not say nothing about Detroit Coney Island. French
That's
fries.
what I'm talking about. What up, Joe? Detroit.
Wait. Who the fuck goes to
What up,
Detroit?
Joe?
Hold up.
For vacation.
Let's get back to the question of games.
Wait. Who goes to Detroit? Like who physically go there?
Your family, your friends, all your buddies.
My family. My family never been no
Hold
goddamn
up, Black
Detroit.
Man Travels. You better not.
Anybody who wanted to buy a house for $1, that's who went.
Nobody.
You better not go to Detroit.
It is not
What up,
Detroit.
Joe?
Y'all, this is he knows. What up,
Detroit Mitch. What up,
you
Joe?
talking about Detroit 15 years ago. Now I'm
Chill out.
saying
15 years ago, it was worse. It was worse 15 years ago.
Exactly.
It's getting better now.
Exactly. Detroit's on a
I've
comeback.
never been, man. Detroit's. Ugh.
Detroit's on a comeback, bro.
Man,
All right, so let's get back to the topic of game. Can I bring y'all back to the topic of game?
And we're gonna stay on for about 15 more minutes, guys.
Yeah, we're gonna need to shut that
That's
down.
fine.
30.
I gotta go buy some booze anyway. They stopped selling at 2:00 my time, so you already know.
Wait. You stop having sex when you drinking. What kind of
That's my
backward shit
sex.
is that?
That's my sex.
That's backward as hell, man.
Yeah, sex is better.
You, young fella. But look, trust me, I'm not gonna catch a VD from having a beer.
It's
So-
liver failure.
I don't know. You better check that glass. Make sure that glass is clean when you're drinking it.
Who said liver failure? It's not
They
funny.
got jokes, yo. They got jokes all night. This is the best panel I've been on since I've been coming up here. But let's get back to the topic of game.
I'm not uppity. I got standards.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You
Go ahead,
drink-
Richard. Bring
Come
us
to
out.
Thailand,
brother.
you can drink some Leos. Stop playing with me. But look, the topic of game.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to ask you, brothers. Bunch of handsome guys up here, smart guys. Glad Passport Mars ain't here because I want to compliment all you young, handsome gentlemen who are well studied and well traveled. Do y'all really think y'all got game? Because I mentioned this in the comments.
Nope, I ain't got
I
no
don't have
game.
game. I have no
In the
game.
comment, women laugh at your game, and I said this in the comments. Nobody responded. A woman can look up longer than a man can look down. So let me explain. In the missionary position, back in my time, when that was the best way to get it,
With 1920s.
that woman could look up way longer than you could look down on her. Why you laughing, Ronan?
You didn't hear that shot he threw at you? He said when in the 1920s?
That's where the phrase comes from.
What? Missionary?
That's when women really started to realize their power, that they had control over you, that if they had that good nana, they could make you get out there and go every day.
I think women always knew that since the beginning of time. That's why Adam and Eve situation.
They're not just stronger, they're smarter. So women can look up longer than you can look down.
See,
women
that's
can
where
look
you,
up longer
that's
than
where you
But
fall
what-
short. That's where you fall short. You've been hanging out in Chris's room way too long.
I'm only
So-
5'9", bro. In case you don't know, I know I'm like a big dude, but I'm
To
only
say
5'9".
women, listen,
But what
to
that
say
has to
that
do with
women are
game, though?
stronger, that has no
I
idea.
am
No,
true.
women are never stronger.
But look, women are stronger and smarter. Women
Stop.
can look up
Stop yourself
longer
right
than
now.
you can tell. And while
Yeah,
you're
that's
thinking you
smart.
hanging out, I wasn't quite finished.
Men and
I'm
women
just-
are equal but
flashback.
different.
I'm just throwing this in as a flashback. Women are looking up at you with your ugly fuck face as you busting your nut.
Mhm.
And if you think they're not looking up at you thinking to themselves, yeah, I got this nigga. You're fooling yourselves, young men.
She can think what she wants.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And be gone the next day
Nothing to
too.
do with me.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, I just found a parking space. I'll put it in park.
When I got her on all fours and I put my finger in that booty, I'd say I got her too.
Oh, jeez, we going there. Yeah.
I
But
don't know.
what
I just
about
think-
when people are fingering yours, Fearless?
I never had that.
Oh man, hey.
Hey.
It's getting late. It's getting late.
Fearless is a freak. I can tell Fearless is
Oh
totally
my
a freak.
god,
Nah,
it's getting
ain't that-
late. This shit's
ain't that
going
kind
left.
of- ain't that much freak in the world,
Black
brother.
Man Travels is a freak. I can tell you right now. Joe, you're a good righteous man.
Don't let him.
Ronan is flying to the Philippines to be a freak. I promise you.
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
We know
are.
we know you in Thailand. I heard Thailand. They put them beads
Yeah,
up your
that's
booty.
what I'm saying.
You might
You
be
in the
getting
wrong
them
place
beads
to
up
be
your
throwing
booty.
stones, Mr. Glasshouse over there. With every kind of perversion there is in the world.
I did say I poked the bear. I poked the bears.
All right.
No, that's
I pause. But anyway, fellas, you ain't got no game.
Real quick,
You don't have game.
Murphy,
You don't
just-
have game.
you aware?
You ain't got no game. Women got game. I'm boots on the ground here in Thailand. These women are running pockets. Period.
They running pockets on the ones that are susceptible for being run for pockets.
You're going to the Philippines. You finna get your pockets run.
No, not even.
There's another flashbang for you, big fella. You finna get your pockets run. You going to the Philippines? You dating online? Girl, that's an avatar, kid. Stop playing, Ronan. You finna get your pockets run. Hey, Fearless, put some bail money aside for him. He's gonna need it.
Oh, is that your smoke right before you leave? You done waited all day to drop them fucking bombs.
Yeah, I had to because I blow my fingers
You
off.
done
So
took them grenades all damn day long, man.
you finna get your pockets run, Ronan. I saw that girl's picture. You finna get your
It
pockets
wasn't a
run.
picture. That was her live.
I saw that. I have offered myself to my American friends as their offshore bank account. So any of you out here in the world who'd like to put some money offshore in Thailand, I can help you.
Legit?
That's a total joke. You might as well run me that pocket, homie. Come to Thailand, I can walk around. You finna get your pockets run, Ronan. You want smoke?
You keep believing.
You
bro.
said that like 10 times already now.
Yeah, keep
All right.
believing.
Here's the 11th.
But here's the thing: if it's his money and he's spending it and he having fun, does it matter?
But he could send it to me. And I can invest it for him here as an offshore bank account in Thailand.
You're gonna spend it getting a bottle.
I'm just
That's
joking,
it.
fellas.
No.
But Ronan, I'm a little worried about you. I really am.
I'm glad you're concerned.
I like you, brother. I'll give you love. I love you, man. I love this show. I love the guilty pleasure that it provides me to come up here and talk my smack. But yeah, I'm a little worried about you with that girl.
Okay. You can be worried while I'm enjoying myself.
You can wear the curly goofy.
Just worry that I don't have a heart attack. That's all you can worry about.
That's what I'm worried about, man. I don't want you to KS out.
I'm not going to KS out. I'll be all right.
You gonna wear that curly koofy?
Yeah, it's mine. It belongs to me. To me.
Hey, if that's not enough smoke for y'all tonight, I got more.
Now, Richard, how many massages you get over there? Because I know you get the massages. How many soapy massages you get?
Is that a real question?
Yeah, I'm wondering.
Is that a real question?
You don't get massages while you're there?
Anybody else want to know?
You asked us everything in the book and didn't answer it. What's your body count? What's your body count?
I have an answer.
You haven't.
I have an answer. When I first got here, massages are $6.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for what? Damn.
I was given a $3 tip.
That's a whole hour. That's a whole hour.
A whole hour. Thai massage.
That's my next
They
stop.
get you in position and stretch your back. Nothing sexual. In my family friendly resort complex right off of Rompo. They don't do any happy endings. And I don't want nobody touching me like that.
So you don't get massages?
Yes, I do. But
So
I
how
haven't
you get
had
a massage and they don't touch you. What, they put plastic bags on? You getting baggies getting put on your?
It was the happy ending part when I said that. I don't want
But
to.
do you make them put on like plastic gloves to give you a massage?
Bro, over here, what they do is they lay a towel on the body parts that they're massaging. They don't massage your
So you don't get no hot
lay
oil
body.
massages
They
or
lay
nothing?
tauls.
You don't do no hot oil massages.
Not yet.
It's all dry and sweaty.
No. That's not sweaty at all.
Does your masseuse have big hands?
Yeah. Male or female? At this point, you need some good strong hands.
There are some big-handed females out here.
Oh well, we are here. We know what they call it.
That Adam's apple next.
Would that make Ronan and Fearless nervous? Would that make y'all nervous? So you met a girl, she's kind of big back and had some big hands. Would that make you nervous?
Yeah, that'd make me nervous.
It make me scared. I'm running. I'm more than nervous. I'm fleeing the country.
You said small Thai lady. Listen how you said that. Small Thai ladies with big hands.
They are women. There are lady boys abound, but there are women who are heftier girls who have larger hands.
Asian women are not known to have big hands. There is a problem with that story.
Mm-hmm. You like them
I don't
hefty
know
girls.
any
I don't
Asian
know what it is.
feminine woman in all the world that have big hands.
Just for the sake of entertainment, I'm going to entertain that. So you're telling me if I got rubbed down by a lady boy,
That's a problem.
Not
Look,
if you
I
happy
would-
with it. I'm happy for you.
Here's the thing.
But it
I
would
would
be-
rather be massaged by a man than a lady boy. 'Cause I know a dude is like, he's like a masseuse. But you know that lady boy, he might be trying to rub up against you,
That's
No,
not the
man.
kind of physical. That's not a Thai massage, fellas. That's not a Thai massage.
Well, I've had Thai massage.
Yeah, very therapeutic. Phyllis. You can account for this. That's not a Thai massage. There's no happy ending. They actually work with different body parts. They adjust
I
your
know they're
hips.
working with your body part. What body part they working with you?
Hey, Phyllis, now you're projecting.
You know
Phyllis,
what it
now
is.
you're projecting.
We know what body part they working out with.
Now
you.
you're projecting, fellas. Come on, calm down. Let your weeby rub. Come on, calm down.
Hey,
it's not like that. It's not
I
like
mean,
that.
mine wasn't like that, but I know maybe yours was.
Asian people are very much more comfortable with human contact than Americans are. We like our space, 6 feet apart, blah, blah, blah. In Asia, and I've said this before on this panel and even on the other panel, Asians don't look at sex the way that Americans do. Y'all look at it like y'all conquering something. They look at it like I'm sharing something. It's just flesh
So
and
what
bone.
was that lady boy
That's all it
sharing with you? What was he sharing with you?
There have been no lady boys in my life in the near 2 years I've been here. I stay home.
Well, you just talked about
Yeah.
Thai women with big hands, and I'm sorry, that's
Big
the only
Adam
compliment
apples.
I can get.
Yeah, the big back. I don't know when she's a dude or a girl. I didn't care. She, good rub down and don't touch my wee wee.
Damn.
No happy ending for the end.
I know he had a wee wee, and you know that he was with a lady boy.
You know he didn't know when he started calling it a wee wee.
At 68, it's a wee wee, Felix.
You know he didn't know when he started calling it a wee wee. What the fuck?
Ronan know. Ronan will tell you.
Yeah, Ronan don't know. Ronan don't know. What the fuck you talking about?
I ain't had a wee wee since I was 2, man. I don't know what
Yeah. Once a man, twice a
Oh
child.
my goodness. No.
Once a man, twice a child. I came here for the comedy. I really did. And I
Okay.
hope you've been entertained.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, good. It's fun.
Fellas, one of the greatest panels that I love to come on. I've been snaking my way around the panels. And
snake. You like
this
using
was
them
a good-
terms a lot, man. Snake and
surreptitious.
snaking your way around.
Yeah, that's how I move. That's how I move. Because it ain't a wee wee, it's a snake. I was
You need
joking.
to stay out of the femboy rooms, okay?
Oh, stop it, Ronan, femboy. with your curly koofy. With your curly koofy you was showing off tonight, and Philly's showing off.
Because
Hey, hold up.
Richard, listen, because you're so comfortable in the
Really
femboy
showing
room,
off this
why
fat
you're
ass
commenting on my little curly cue there? Why are you being so observant?
Because you guys are so focused on this ultra masculinism, and I said this in your
ultra
chat yesterday. Hold up,
Is
Y'all
making
talk
up
about
words.
alpha. Wait, hold
Like
up. Y'all
Voltron.
talk about alpha. Y'all talk about alpha and beta and sigma. I talk about omega, the last one.
And Thanos.
Alpha's the first.
I mean, let's keep going.
Omega's the
Thanos.
last. Right? So while y'all talk about that stuff, I giggle, I sit back, I comment, I'll come up. Thank you very much for having me and allowing me to talk my shit. But the fact is, I giggle at you young people talking about game and cold approaches and
So 67-year-old celibate man
yes,
drinking alone.
hung up the cleats. Hung up the cleats. Alone feels good, Ronan.
Bad way to hang up the cleats, brother.
Ronan, alone feels good.
Okay. You keep trying to convince somebody of that shit.
Enjoy your beer.
Yeah.
Well, you'll arrive there. Just keep waking up and get where I'm at. Get like me.
Oh, I'm coming.
Keep waking up and get like me.
Hey, if I'm blessed to live that long, you damn straight. But I'm gonna have company. I ain't gonna be by myself.
But
You don't
said
know that.
women don't matter though. Women don't matter though, Ronan. That's what you
No,
said.
I didn't say that. I said one. I said quality, not quantity. Quality woman does matter.
All right,
Quantity,
so Ronan, if you
not
willing to hang in
becoming a
here,
factor.
Daryl is up here now. So you're telling me quality is a, an internet date that you've got set up to come to the Philippines.
What are you talking about?
Well, you showed us your girlfriend from the Philippines.
Yeah.
All right. You're telling me that that's quality?
If you know what I know about her, she's absolutely quality.
I'm
I ain't
going to
gonna
ask a
lie,
question.
man.
Wait, Phyllis. I got to press the question. If you don't mind, I apologize. Because,
Stop dragging it out. Ask the question. Oh my God, dude.
My bad. I do that sometimes.
We are trying to end that. Yeah, just get to the point.
My
What's
bad.
the question?
All right, Ronan, what's the age difference?
33 years.
God.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, wait a minute.
Okay.
Wait. Listen. 33 years. Listen. 33 years. You guys asked about her. I texted her. What did she do? She VC'd me immediately.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say this, Richard. I did get tricked, man. I ain't gonna lie. When I was over in Thailand, they tricked me, man.
Here we go.
I was.
Here we go.
At the massage place, I got tricked. They ran game on me. They look. This the game they ran. So
they end in comedy.
No, not bad. It's not bad. Look,
just let it run. Let it happen.
I was doing it so much. I was giving them massages. That's how much. They was like, look, man, he's so strong. Look, the dude was like, can you take my woman? Look, I'm over there knocking that out.
Look at that's his wife right there filming it all.
That's not you.
That's his wife right there.
Yeah, I'm massaging her hair. She wanted me to give her a massage. I went there so many times that it was giving me free massages. And I was like, you gave me a free massage. Let me go ahead and hook you up with a good massage.
That's the video that was you in the video of massaging.
Oh yeah,
his head.
That was his wife was literally filming it.
Hey, yo, I'm done. I don't got nothing to say to that.
Hilarious, bro.
So this is what you need. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can go over to
Phyllis, if I can speak to that.
Mm-hmm.
Of all the girls I've ever loved, I was their best masseur.
Hey, that's how I got good. That woman wanted to take me home.
Yeah, that's the way it's
done. That's how you get a lot of nookie.
That's how it was.
You got good hands. You got good hands.
Especially back in the day, you offer a chick a massage, she already knew what it was.
Come on, man. Some players on the panel tonight, huh?
Yeah. And so this what I try to say, because I think Chris and them, they always say that somebody's mongers. Man, when I went over there, I had fun, man. I took my sand to the beach. This is what we was doing all day. We had the elephants. We had we did the tigers. We went everywhere, man.
That ain't Photoshop.
Yeah. Oh no, that's
Phyllis, that's not saying. That's not saying. That's
having fun with the.
You may take sand to the beach. You took sunshine to the beach.
Yeah. The wife there playing. We did our thing over there. So when guys say they can't have it, I was like, man, I enjoyed myself. That's why when I listen to your buddy, I'm like, man, they don't even know what fun is, man. I spent like 6 weeks over there. I went before Thanksgiving, a few weeks before Thanksgiving, and I stayed till close to New Year's.
In Thailand?
Mm-hmm. We went
Can we have to acknowledge Darnell looking so good, man. Real talk, bro. I'm one of those kind of grown men who can give you your props, kid. And I'm still upset about the shit they talked about you, so I'm gonna come up in here and be your counselor at the time.
Wait, he was throwing shots from the bleachers. What you mean?
Come on, man. Look at Darnell. He look like Brothers Johnson. Y'all don't got nothing on him.
Man, I give him props if he can stay consistent with it for at least a month and a half.
I know I'm about to
One
do this.
time you can get a clock to be right twice a day. I need him to be more consistent for 2 months.
Why he wait till the last minute for us to do, man? I know BMT about to go. I got to do swim lessons.
Darnell, listen. The thing is, when you got pretty boy privilege like you got, like I had. I think Fearless has some of that. Ronan and Black Man Travel.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Joe probably got pretty boy privilege. When you got pretty boy privilege, you can clean up anytime you want, get whatever you want. Am I wrong?
Yeah. I mean, I suppose, yeah.
Bruh, stop playing with me. I've always been him.
Yeah, but you look like Catholic church boy.
And how do you think the women approach me looking like that?
I looked at your picture in a previous chat and I said, "Oh, that was him when he was in the military." Yeah, you got that choir boy look.
And
Darnell
I was
got
knocking him down being in the military.
Darnell got that rock star look. Tell him, Darnell, what it's like.
I'm trying to close him out, BMT. You see, this what I go through every day.
I gotta go,
Richard's
guys.
over there
So-
sipping. He got to get in the gym tomorrow and knock some bags around because there ain't nobody else wanting to step in front of him. So
Can I ask you, how's your training going? How's your training going, bro?
It's coming on well, man. It's coming on well. Spar every Thursdays. Tomorrow is weightlifting, so I gotta be fully energized for that. It's late. So
Is anybody teaching you how to jab?
Oh, Jesus Christ, man. These basic rudimentary questions. You don't think you know how to throw a punch by now?
No, everything's off the jab. Black Man
Yo,
Travels, everything's off the
we
jab.
trying to close it out. We're not trying to go back to the rudimentary basics of how to throw a punch.
I was just asking.
Richard, as black men in the boxing ring and in the bed, we know how to stick and move, baby.
Thank
you. And move.
You don't know nothing about
that. You don't know nothing about that.
Right.
Well,
right. Hey, here's the biggest thing right here. I just want to throw that up, Uncle Guns. Ronan gets too much flack for this peanut. Let's say it doesn't work out, like many claim. Ronan is a man of means that can move on to the next one easily. You better motherfucking believe it.
Y'all just
With
peanut
your
butter
wallet.
and jelly.
Yep.
You
Y'all
can move
peanut
on to
butter
the
and
next one
jelly.
with your wallet. You can move on to the next one with your wallet, Ronan.
No, I don't have to. It don't have to be a wallet, brother.
Motherfucking peanut butter and jealous. These fucking haters is their anus.
Anus. I know that's right.
It's okay.
They hate us because they.
It's okay to admire us from afar. It's okay. Everybody can't just jump up in it. I come from good stock. That's all I can say.
I definitely believe that, my brother. I definitely believe you and Fearless come from good stock. Joe as well. All y'all. Black Man Travels, same thing. This is a good stock.
And Neo, not Neo.
Richard,
I'm
I thought
sorry.
you had to go get your
Mark
alcohol
over
before they
there on the
closed,
rocket
brother. I thought you had to go get your.
Yeah, what happened to your drinks? Richard,
Well, y'all are
tipping one up.
You are
See you
wasting my
later.
time helping you close out the show. So
No, we don't need
if
you
I'm-
to help us anymore. You can go.
If I'm free to go,
You
I'm-
are free to
I've
go.
been
You
kicked
have
out of
been
better
released.
places.
You have been released. Matter of fact, if you don't say something in the next 5 seconds, you got to go.
Hang up on me.
Think I wasn't ready? You think I wasn't ready? Say something again. Say something.
That's funny. Oh, that's funny.
Richard, that was funny, man. You gotta laugh. That was funny. That was funny. Are we out, man? Bring it back.
I'm done,
Don't
guys.
have to go.
I'm
I
done,
do want
guys.
to take a second to.
Yeah, I'm trying to get out of here, BMT.
You don't have to have no closing, you know.
I'm gonna let.
Congratulations, you played yourself. Congratulations, you played yourself.
Well, I mean, I'll just make my closing, and you guys could close it out whenever you guys want. You know, initially we wanted to have the smoke show to, for the trolls out there that always talk their shit to come up. They didn't come up, especially the two that I wanted to come up. They didn't show their faces, so highly disappointed. But it's all good. Yeah, it's all good. Great topic, by the way. It was a great topic. It was good discussion.
Yeah, it turned into something, definitely.
I just want to close it with this real quick. I want to actually thank Black Man Travels because I think it maybe was a year and a half ago. I was thinking about traveling outside the country and dropping in on this panel and asking the questions, and I was just a fly on the wall. I didn't have it was talking about international. I was like, I don't know what they talk. I can't relate. So I'm trying to get there. So I spent the last year and a half putting in the work,
Yeah, I remember that.
Very difficult, very difficult. And I ended up becoming pretty successful, learning how to trade because of that inspiration from listening to Black Man Travels. And this is what you got to do. This is how you got to do it. This is how you got to move. I'm taking notes. Okay, cool. And most men, they stop there. Most men, they live vicariously through other men, through their travels. They'll look at Fearless's photos and say, oh, that's cool. And then they go about doing their regular 9-to-5 life. But I decided, you know what? If I want to get there, I got to do something different. And Black Man was right. He said, you got to make some money, man. You got to do your best to make 6 figures if you can. It's like, man, that seems like a lot. I'm going to do my best. So here I am. I was able to go to Brazil for the first time, and I'm in a position to not just go back there, to per your advice, but to go elsewhere and explore my surroundings in the world. So thank you, Black Man Travels. Thank you.
You're welcome, man. I'm glad you enjoy your trip.
I look to the man who is older than me, who has more experience than me. And you guys seem like y'all know what y'all talking about. And I'm like, damn, y'all was right. So I appreciate y'all. I have a good night.
Good night, man.
You too, Joe. Thank you for stopping in, brother.
You trade stock? You trade stocks, Black Man Travels?
No, I don't.
I do.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought you said he taught you. Black Man Travels taught you how to trade stock.
No, he taught him to be
just talking about
confident
making money.
and making money. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
He said don't go over to, if you go to Brazil, don't go there broke. Don't be like these dummies. And I was like, huh? Because I was going to do it broke. I was like, yeah.
Hey, you could be like what's his name? Jay Rello, bro. I'll be that dude.
Remember that guy.
That dude.
My worst fear.
He made worst fear. That dude cleaning up. You know.
Yeah, but most people don't have that. Most people don't end up like him, where he can just call up on and get cash out. Most men actually, from what I'm told, what I hear, they end up homeless. They end up like stuck in the countries that they're at. And
you're right.
That's not the man at all. He just happened to have an audience who cared enough to help him get out of the situation. But any man who looks at that and says, "Oh, I can be in that situation," no, that was the lightning in the bottle situation for him.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't going to count on that. I said I got to have my own money, and I made it happen. So thank you.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you, Joe. Black Man Travels, did you have your closing?
Yeah, I did. I'm done.
Oh, okay. I mean, we can end it. Shut it down. I mean, Darnell, did you have something to say? I'm sorry.
Well, I can save it for later. I know you guys trying to shut it down, so
you waited till
you don't took enough pot shots. Yeah, took enough pot shots from the damn bleachers.
Yeah, you waited till too late, man. We was ready to come at you, and then you wait till we gotta go. That's sad, man. That's weak.
I could have called you Grizzly Adams. Where's your bear? Before you got your haircut, but I'm just saying.
The barge in the house.
Yeah.
All right, fellas.
Now you over there trying to
we
look
gone
like
too.
goddamn.
We gone. I'm gonna press the end button, fellas.
Yeah, hit the button. Hit the button.
I'm gone.